Hello everyone and welcome back to the MEX FEAI Grand Fest Season 1. And before we start with those formal introduction and all those things, it is so great to be with you again, Mr. Shinrayu.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna say anything bad, but it's just I missed you, man. The analysis part is really better when you're around. Not gonna lie.
Thank you so much. And yeah, guys, it is so back to be back in the scene. Although I was getting gapped so much on the two previous night by SJZ and Shinrayu himself, but guess what? I'm back for the 17th and 18th, so let's make this time worthy, isn't it? Tonight we're going to have two interesting teams that is going to be IGN only Familia for the first game, and from game number 2 onward, we are going to higher the stake by bringing out those principal approved government Isol College esport coming up. And this is such a big shot, guys. We have 3 teams remaining. Out of these 3 teams, the team that secured the highest win are going to advance to the LAN event. And yeah, we'll keep all those things aside for now, as the tournament you are watching right now is the MEX FEI Grand Fest Season 1 in the MOBA 5v5 category. This tournament consists of multiple gaming tournaments, but tonight we are in the sweet stage, the LAN qualifier, and for Pool A particularly, this is the final night. Also, we can even say like the grand finale for them, particularly before the LAN stage begins. And as already mentioned, this tournament is a great success so far thanks to all our supporters and of course our great organizers. But this show cannot be a success without our great sponsor, that is the CK Hyundai, who even powered this tournament, that is the Vista Games, and our internet partner, of course, the Next Gen. Although they are not here yet, you can see that the tournament, everything when it comes to networking is smooth and perfect, isn't it? Imagine how good it would be in the LAN event when Next Gen started heating themselves up. And in addition to that one, this tournament is also in collaborated with Don't You Say Esport. And last but not the least, we cannot forget how the tournament is going smoothly. During the earlier stage, somehow the live stream might not be perfect because of we were doing multiple roles, that is casting and streaming and sometimes even managing the own teams on our own. But tonight we are so lucky to have, firstly, let's start with the guy who is always working behind the scene from the very beginning of this tournament, Curious, Mr. Curious, or we can call him Mr. Bethel, who is always there to make sure each and everything reach on time, each and every team and also individually, and of course ourselves to make sure that things goes flawlessly. And secondly, our editor who prepare all these perfect design, and it's none other than Bom Bom Taorem, or also known as BT Edits in the community. And last but not the least, so that we can see all the action and the smoothness of the stream, is none other than Mr. Issei. And a big shout out to all the caster or the Indian caster, even if it's a small tournament or the very beginning of the tournament, they will willingly give their time, give their efforts, and of course give them a blast in this entire tournament. Thank you to each and every one of them. And right now we are going to narrow down things a lot, as we are just 1 month or even less than 1 month away for the LAN event. And for the LAN event, it is Mr. Shinrayu who got selected, and of course I'm going to be the escort here in Mizoram. So let's see how things goes on, isn't it? So I'm not going to give him some sort of like welcoming all these things, because it looks so formal that it makes him sometimes feel uncomfortable. So Mr. Shinrayu, why won't we go straight to the drafting stage?
Yes, sir. And today the new patch came in, right? The season reset it, first of all. So the new patch came in. That with that comes a new hero, which is obviously not allowed in the tournament. But alongside that, there are a lot of changes, not only with the the meta with the heroes, but around the map. And this is so crucial to talk about because the map has changed. There are like more spaces to go around, more rotation taking place. The roaming system has changed. The goal distribution has changed, and whatnot. So if you guys are just gonna start playing tonight, then you have a lot of homework to do begin with. But if you take a look at the bans, is the Angela being banned because her CD got reduction. Like her CD used to be 70 seconds. Now it is down to 20 seconds, man. She can spam her ultimate like multiple of times. So in a short period of time, of course. But despite all of that, what really surprises me are the picks. Like they're still the same. Like nothing changed so far. Like the heroes still being the same. We love the Lapu Lapu. We love the YSS. We love the Kalea all being there. So what do you feel like? Will we see something new tonight, like with the draft, with the strategies of these teams at least?
Although these teams are the top teams that we have in when it comes to the entire tournament and even in the entire India, they need to play it safe because they are at stake of playing the LAN tournament. They need to qualify at any cost. Why would you pick a hero that is so OP that you are not comfortable individually and as a team? Just go for the hero that you are comfort with and also that works in the current batch. And that is what Team IGN are doing right now. They are just going for their comfort as usual. And talking about comfort, they are also good with this kind of formation and they are going to keep on doing that, and only Familia knows it that so well and started doing the same thing. And for the side of only Familia, we can even see a Lapu and a Yisanshin pick that is like the second pick. And to be honest, let me be a little bit one-sided for the side of IGN, even if only Familia team doesn't like to hear it. But see, the reason that I used to like teams like IGN, LCF and all those top teams is that even if there are heroes like the double S tier hero Lancelot, Yisanshin are open, they would like to go for the roamer such as the Kalia instead, because this hero can literally perform really well in the team fight. And in addition to that one, when it comes to the pick off, they are the master at it. That is why they like to go with this kind of formation. And to be honest, they can even go with heroes like the Esmeralda here for the side of IGN, but they know that Lapu can be somehow dish out according to their formation. And Hayabusa is the shadow man, isn't it? The guy who's going to play with the shadow around. So Lapu won't zone him out anyway. This is another smart kind of drafting skills that IGN, despite their wide hero pool, despite their great skill, that they always keep in mind. And I should say IGN, I am not sure who is drafting this one, but I have high hopes whether it is Respect or which, but we can keep aside for that one, as only Familia decided to ban out all those heroes that can still counter them. And yes, Esmeralda banning out is a right option, but do keep in mind that for the side of IGN, they would not pick the Esmeralda. Even if they could get the chance, they would like to pick hero rather than the Esmeralda, maybe picking like those Mirio, Arlot, isn't it?
Yeah. The thing about this draft is so well, it's very high mechanical draft. If you look at it, Kalea wants to go and catch them, and there's so much immunity coming up from the draft already, from the only Familia side, right? The composition is such that yes, you can mark them, but only under certain condition. And it's not easy task to do because Zausen has to really wait. He needs to play the long game. He needs to bait out a lot, and then the team can actually go and take the advantage. But so far, I feel the counter draft that is coming, actually, you can see the Farsa being the main damage deal from the mid lane, who's going to control the entire map. Have to face two dive coming in on towards her. That's going to be the Kadita, that's going to be the Lapu. And both of these heroes have really great damage too. Lapu being an XP laner deals a lot of damage, and the sustain is unreal, right? We already know that. And I was thinking that they might go for a double fighter comp here, only Familia, but they locked in the Beatrice. I feel they could have gone for the Grok earlier maybe, but they just chose something otherwise. And the thing with the double marksman composition is that you really need to distribute the resources a lot more compared to just, going for the funneling of the YSs to make it come online much quicker.
Well, that is quite alright, I should say. But do keep in mind that Beatrix, starting from level 2, as long as her accuracy is quite well, she can deal tons of damage. She's the kind of hero that does depend on item like marksman for a reason though, but she doesn't fully depend like as compared to heroes such as the Harriet. Like Harriet, he will deal still tons of damage, but if you are not giving the proper cooldown, you cannot utilize him, you cannot use the hero in the full potential. But for Beatrix, it relies on the mechanics of the player particularly, and it is going to be Honey, or I'm not sure how they are going to switch it around, but come on, it is them who are going to play this kind of game. So I'm quite positive to say that even though we might be quite skeptical when it comes to the double marksman, they would always find ways to make it work, and to make it that kind of formation work is none other than only Familia, isn't it? And also talking back to the EXP lane side here, although it is going to be a little bit more of the roam meta, favoring a little bit to the roam side here, according to the current patch that they adjusted, it is going to be another interesting EXP lane here. It is going to be a Phobias and a Lapu who are just going to be so crazy. And when I see this kind of two heroes, I would literally stop playing or end my entire career as a marksman or a damage. But what can we say, isn't it? They are the player, they are the best at it, they are best in this competition. So let's see how they are going to roll things up. And of course, guys, myself, Malsom, I'm going to be the co-caster for this stream particularly, and the head chief department of the streaming, the caster section. It is none other than Mr. Shin Ryu. And yeah, let me just take the opportunity and yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn as you are watching the MEX FEAI Grand Fest Season 1. Tonight we are going to have Team IGN at the blue side and Team Only Familia at the red side. They are going to play a continuous best of 2 series, and after this we are going to see a new team that is going to be Government Aizawl College Esport, which is even approved by their principal. So tonight get ready to see an entertaining match.
Oh, so look at that though. He will be able to get the retribution correctly on point, but Kyle wanted to go for a bit of bullying or invade. Might just got too overextended out there. And that's a really early first blood here, isn't it? And that too on towards respect. Somebody should not really give the snowball here, Malsam. So I feel IGN, they might have a better start if you talk about at least the jungle section. They are also getting the Lethal Wanderer here too. So the lead is already going to be there on towards the Hayabusa. But again, mid lane, there's a knock up on towards Kyle. He really wants to play aggressive on towards this Hilda, but that aggression might be just backfire if he's not careful enough. He's able to go back, but so far he did give out 1 kill to IGN.
1 kill, and that is making some sort of changes here already. Just look at both the jungler here. Respect already reaching level 4, and if he wants to play more aggressive or even searching that Yi Senshin particularly, he could steal away his jungle, isn't it? He's going to get the extra damage in the retribution and even allow him to stay in the level 4 a little bit longer. But Ryder with a great portion and the great mechanics that he have, and the macro that particularly I should say, he finds the opening to get the farm, and right now he's already level 4, but the small details is going to matter a lot. And just see which he just steal away that crap, isn't it? And it is giving tons of EXP here. And look at Zauzen here. This is looking so good for the side of IGN. Look at here, which he could actually give it away. And also 4 level 4 heroes are here. Let's see how Only Familia are going to turn things into their side.
There comes the bravest fighter and the lock on towards the member of team. Okay, wait, it's actually Zauzen getting taken down, but okay, a quick turnaround. Kyle gets punished, a roamer for roamer, but Wage gets gunned down by Honey, and they're still trying to find it more. You can see Mirio trying to go for the knock-up, trying to go for the Infernal Pursuit onto Vasato and Honey, but can he just take the shutdown? Can he actually find him? Yes, he can. That's Mr. Mirio for you, the EXP laner of IGN. Now they're on towards Rai. He will get taken down. Sato trying to run, but Mirio trying to chase him down, but respect falls into the hands of Kyle, and it's an all-out brawl coming in just into the 3rd minute of the game. But it just seems like Kyle might be just overextending. He's able to get the passive, but the Feather Strike from which will take him down. It'll find him and take him down too.
And Mirio just keep on rampaging the entire member of Only Familia, dishing out all those upcoming damage there, and even Zauzen is there to back him up. It looks so good for the side of IGN, but Wade changed the entire tide for now as Ride get a wide opening. He still get a good follow-up, so let's see, he might like to extend it, but the retribution will fall into the side of Respect.
And they will find Sato as well. Zauzen with the knock-up, and Rai will get taken down, by which the bird actually chasing the prey down here, and you can see Ryder does not want to be part of that. He got taken down once, but okay, Feather Edge Strike. Honey really low here, still able to maneuver his way out, does not have the flicker, should be careful here. Again, the score almost after 4 minutes is like 8-4-4 into the favor of IGN, but I think with the new update, the stats just got a bit reshaped here, so we cannot actually see the goal lead here, but I think it's about like 12k for IGN here.
A slight lead coming from the side of IGN, but the kill, it is 8-4, and this is quite a lot. Only Familia, to be honest, Only Familia were doing a great assignment to their side, even though they were outnumbered. Somehow they just find ways to outmaneuver them. But right now IGN, the quicker follow-up, and especially those Feather Airstrike, is dealing tons of damage. Sato, even though the Kadita is amazing and the way it lands its skills, it is flawless, but the Feather Airstrike, when it comes to those siege damage, is literally turning the odds for the side of them. And right now, am not sure how things are going to run around for the side of only Familia, as Iron is literally being slowed down by this 2 hero, and if anything happens here, this might not look good. But look at here, the map is favoring on the side of IGN a lot in the bot lane, particularly. Would this be
No, the rough wave saving him up, but again, Zausen gets locked in by Kyle, but the Feather Ace try to zone, so Zausen will be walking out with his life here intact. But again, the bot lane, will it be intact? 5 minutes already up, so... Oh, wait, Ryder just finds Mirio, 2v1, and he gets just outzoned out here, or not outzoned, but outnumbered here, so it might be a turret for turret, but mid lane, Sato, Aaron the Creator with the Zaman Force, making the magic happen with his Harith, and making sure that they did not lose in terms of trade. 1 for 2 in favor of Team IGN, of course, and they find the mid lane, and this is a lot of map space we are talking about here, Malsum.
Literally, the map is widened now, and the macro control is going to favor the side of IGN, and the way they are just playing so aggressive is just going to be another blast of that we could expect for the side of only Familia, maybe getting those kind of 2v1 fight or outnumbering their opponent that is the IGN is going to be a greater choice. But look at here, they are chasing Aaron.
Oh, wait! No, Ryder falls to the hand of Mirio, and there's the Feather Ace strike, the Tsunami Slam. Still, Witch finds the kill. There's a rough face onto the back line, but no, Kyle falls. They will take Witch down, however, as a trade, but still, IGN getting the better trade out here. But what a fight, man. The lock on and this quick end, the burst damage already online, and Witch 5, 2, and 4 here, Malsum, doing absolutely wonder, and they find a turret bot too.
One for 2 trade just happened there, and Respect getting all those free farm. Maybe he could even push those top lane first tier turret a little bit, or not just push a little bit, why not secure, isn't it? Right now it is a total control on the side of IGN, and as we used to say the other night, they are in charge for this game particularly. But the mountain shocker literally finish of Respect. He's just so squishy, even though he got tons of damage here. IGN might like to extend a little bit here. Mirio dives in.
Yeah, he just got pulled in. Here comes the bravest fighter. Kyle wants to lock on towards Harith. He's really low, and the Feather is trying to zone, but it's the Mirio trying his best to chase them under the turret, and there's Ryder still low, but it seems like Rai might get isolated, taken down. So will Mirio, EXP for EXP, but they trade off their roam as well. Only Familia, they lost 2,000, really low though, but nobody knows that. They do not want to overextend this. However, you can see the positioning from Honey. He wants to cut off the rotation for Witch, but can he find him? Does not give his vision maybe, but again Sato gets his passive proc, but again it's a really battle of the patience here coming in, but the Mountain Shocker will reveal the position. Wish, does he know that? No, he actually gets locked in, but the Purify will save him, but not from the damage coming in. There's a rough, but the rough, there's a Tsunami Slam, and Ryder goes down into the hands of Respect, and with that IGN with a quick trade off here once again.
Instead of taking the turtle, or yes, it is going to be a turtle, and I was like, would it be a lord there for a second? But I guess Team IGN would like to, you know, longer the game for this game particularly, as actually they could wait a few seconds and let the lord spawn and burst it out. They could even play it like that, but if you know, if you are pushing with the lord and if you are not syncing the land properly, and if you are not doing properly, then you could still mess it up. So IGN could still mess it up due to their mid laner being far away, so they decided to go for the safe plane, secure the first, or shall we even say like the very last turtle for this game particularly. So that might be another smart choice, but let's see here. Honey is wide open here, and Zausen, would he grab it? But the Feather is like even lands it around there. It's more like a zone out mechanism coming from the side of IGN. Mirio is even there. Everyone is alive at the bot side, and talking about alive, not in the sense like they are alive there. They are literally around. Look at the extension.
Yeah, Witch uses the wings by wings to get out, but the Zaman Force also denied. Rai wanted to go in with the bravest fighter, but he takes a ton of damage, and IGN, they want to go in with a conceal. They get the lock on towards Honey, but there's nobody to give the damage. Mirio wants to go in with the Infernal Pursuit, finds a lot of damage, and takes on Honey. He wants to find another, but the sun is there with the Mountain Shocker, of course. But that's a really quick turnover, a reverse engage, or a, you know, counter engage coming in from that, on the side of Team IGN. But again, the gold laner down, and that's the third time too. But Witch, does he know? Does he not? He's able to go out, maneuver race out with the help of the Quad Shadow. and stays alive so far. The Lord is still 30 seconds away, but IGN, they're extending their lead by pushing the lanes.
Both teams are just so well prepared and just ready for any kind of scrimmage. You know what? Both teams are having the kind of hero that can literally brawl the entire game, and they're not wasting any of those time. Just see, this is Team IGN only Familia, and it is just 10-minute marks of the game here, and we get a total of 26 total kills in this game so far, and this clearly shows that both teams are up for the challenge, and only Familia, even though they are up against one of the best teams that we have in India, the OG team, Team IGN, but they do not give a thing about it as they are up for to the challenge and of course advance to the LAN event here in Mizoram. Right, activating this one. Let's see.
Oh, there's a feather airstrike too, but Rai falls into the hand of Meteor, and there goes the Ogi Shadow kill onto the backline. Finds Ryder, and Respect make the thing happen. Kyle wants to run, but can you against 5 members of Team IGN? No, Meteor finds a double. He's looking for a triple. Sato really low, but Witch gets the slain here. And with that, 4 members down, IGN has the advantage of this Lord take, and only Familia they have to concede this Lord.
And talking about the team fight there, Team IGN were showing a perfect fight. I should say, like the way they are baiting each other around, taking turns and soaking all of those damage, and of course Mirio being the powerhouse. When we say powerhouse, it doesn't necessarily mean about dealing tons of damage every time. Sucking all those upcoming damage, being the sandbag is one way of saying the powerhouse is in it. Change 1-9, and of course it is always Zauzen. It is so unfair to get the Kalia. She can literally make the set. She can knock up multiple heroes, she can pick it off, and she can even heal his allies. This is just so OP. Only Familia are up for the challenge, but when it comes to those kind of plays, Hilda and Kalia makes tons of damage here. Although the Revitalize is going to be there, even the Lord is marching towards the mid lane here.
Again, Kyle pulled back by Zauzen, and Thief will be getting taken down. Meteor the Shadow kill will find Honey, and 3 members instantly get taken down with just a lot push, and the base will get open. It seems like the inhibitor will not be standing here, and yes, Wish takes it down here. The base crystal though, okay, Respect was going on to Vasato. He does not get taken down, but it seems like Karai will fall without the previous fighter, but it doesn't matter. IGN scores the first point in the best of 2.
Scoring the best of 2 first point and getting closer and closer to that LAN event. This is not a big upset for the side of only Familias. They can still get the equalizer 1-all point for this match particularly, isn't it? And also do keep in mind that Team GSC Esport are coming up next. And yes guys, we are not going to waste any single time for tonight's game. This is going to be 3 matches we are going to have in total. All of them are going to be even a best of 2 series, and yes, those who secure the most win are going to advance to the LAN. And when we say the most, it doesn't just mean just one team. It is going to be a total of 2 teams that are going to advance to the LAN along those 4 qualifying teams, isn't it? So Mr. Shinrai, we are not going to break off those match particularly because we are quite sure like what is happening, because we get is saying he's highlighting the entire game, isn't it? So please tell us once which team has already qualified in the LAN event.
Of course, man. So far, we have seen the multiple days for the Swiss stage already taking place, but the teams that have qualified with a clear ticket so far is going to be Team LCF, the leader, the mythic, like they have been leading the leaderboard from 2024 and also are the winner of a recent LAN event, of course, that happened in Mizoram. So props for them. Then again, we had the giant and the pride of Mizoram, Team Zohut, also qualifying for the LAN itself, and the direct mid gap, you know who I'm talking about, right? It's going to be Steam's team. That's the Lafu Kabi. Name it right, guys. Lafu Kabi. Also qualifying and joining them would be the pride of Manipur, Team Anarchy. They have a mixed member, but it was actually started from, Manipur, of course. So yes, these 4 teams have already qualified, and we are looking at a potential 5th or maybe, a 6th too, right? We have 2 teams here getting qualification tonight. So good luck to both the teams. IGN seems closer though.
Yep, exactly. And talking about the Anarchy, okay, let me ask a question. Like this is like, not just me, many of the people around there would like to know. Anarchy are also from Manipur.
Anarchy, like the main team, it was like ET, Eliminators. They were completely a team from Manipur, like the members, all of them from Manipur. But then slowly, as they got into the pro scene, as they got into the tournaments, they started accumulating members, like Art joined in, then Sir Armon came in. So they got a mixed lineup slowly. So therefore, but the team eventually, it was based from Manipur. It is like a team after Team Evil. The Evil squad, Evil Esports. So after that, it was the ET, the newer generation that actually made their own name, try to make their own mark. So the team Eliminators, they got reshaped into Anarchy, then they got reshaped into again Sacred Shine, of course. Yes, so the main establishment of the team, it started with ET, but it started all from Manipur.
Oh, and talking about Manipur, currently we can call Manipur like having the biggest community in the entire India. And of course, Mizoram, let me just include it. Like Mizoram, we used to have like the biggest community in the entire India before. But after this Vista Games has been verified, or shall we say like introduced here in India, the support coming from Manipur, and of course all those great contenders that they have are doing such a great work, a hard work, uplifting the esports scenario in their place particularly. But however, today we are going to talk about more into the Mizoram scenario, because Mizoram, we are going to try our very best to claim our title back for having one of the most community back. And talking about the community, here we are in the MEX FEAI Grand Fest Season 1. We are not just a single game, even a multiple gaming tournament is going to be organized. And tonight particularly, we have Mobile Legends 5v5 LAN qualifier Pool A. We can even call it the grand finale night for Pool A particularly. And off to the drafting stage, we have IGN with a 1-0 leading point, Lancelot, CC, and 1-1 being prioritized and being banned out. And for the side of only Familia, need to secure that one equalizer at any cost, decided to go for the Angela, Ben, a Bakshia, and even a Kalia, because these are the kind of heroes that IGN are so good at. And Zauzen, if it means business, if it means going to those LAN event, might even pick an Angela, even a Florin, who knows, isn't it? And right now we are seeing Sato with the Jujin. I was expecting to see from Mr. Witch the Eve, but he's not going to play around with those Eve. Like, Eve is just so boring. You play those real world manipulation, and you are playing the cube, click little by little and barely deal a slight amount of damage. But no, he's not going to waste any time. He's going to go straight with the Kimi, and there's going to be Zauzen who's going to prolong those movement speed boost, and at the same time slowing their enemy. And come on, it's Witch Kimi, isn't it? It is going to burst a lot, and to be honest, we can even expect a Gushan, who knows?
Yes, sir. I mean, there's a lot of options that they can go for. If they want to, they can really make show happen, right, for IGN, because they are in the comfort element at this point. Yes, they can get a 2-clear victory. That is not a very big task, but sometimes, few teams, when they get too much into the comfort zone, they like to just go a bit beyond with their picks just to try different things. But talking about different things, Malsum, I feel the Florine might just slowly fade away. Not fade, but will be not the very priority pick in the current meta, because she did receive some kind of nerf. As far as I remember, she got some kind of healing nerf, or maybe like the shield nerf from her passive, stuff like that. I'll read more about it. Since I am not so much into the analysis, I have to read properly. But what I'm trying to get is the heroes that can give vision, right? The heroes that can actually open up the map, they will be a lot prioritized in the current meta, because they are getting gold, of course, every time they give the vision. Like whenever you're not getting the vision of the enemy 5, those are marked as non-vision targets. So anytime the tank can give vision of that, they are getting gold. And the gold can stack up to 100 if you're getting the vision of all 5 members. So you can see, right? The heroes that can open up the map, especially the Selena, the Natalia, I know these heroes are not very common, but these heroes can open up the map without getting picked up so easily, because Selena with the traps, Natalia with the camouflage, they're going to be really important. But talking about a cheese pick here, Fanny makes it way from the hands of Respect, and I'm excited to see that, because we have not seen this for a very long time, Malsum, because in the current meta, I feel most of the teams, they're going for the Lancelot, going for the YSs or the Hayabusa. The Fanny has fallen off. And even the top jungler, arguably the top jungler of India, the best Fanny player at least that we can say, that's going to be Joseph. He also does not like to pick this hero as often.
But come on, when Respect is playing Ling, I mean, Respect will just stick with the meta. If Regin is good, even if a Franco jungle is
Oh,
good here, he will just will stick with the meta. But if he decided to go for those A-tier hero, the situational pick, such as the Ling, the Fanny, it means a big serious business is going around here, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Shinryu. They are not playing around, they are not here to waste
No,
our
sir.
time. They want to end tonight's game ASAP, and even if this Respect Fanny doesn't work, they know that his Fanny can split push the entire game. He
Yeah.
would at least kite around 1 or 2 hero, allowing the entire lineup of IGM to go for those full barrage, isn't it? Even though an exchange is in there, but a full barrage would still be a great sentence to use. And talking about full barrage, it makes sense to use a really good Ixia here in this lineup particularly, but we can't expect in this kind of tight situation. But come on, we are going to see FOVS being banned out from the side of only Familia, and on the side of IGN, it is a Moskov. And looking to their pick so far, maybe they might like to pick hero like let's see here. There's a Fanny and a. What about? Okay, I was not expecting that. I was thinking about hero that is going to deal those continuous damage. But okay, even Haya is still doing that one and keeping that aside for now. You know what, Shin? What excites me more is that if this only Familia managed to win this game number 2, it is going to be a 1-0 equalizer. Then after this, we are going to see GSC Esport who are going to go up against only Familia, and IGN are going to wait for them at the very end. And the last match and all this match, it is just so exciting that I almost forgot my role the entire time. Sometimes I would even do the hyping word. I forgot my role, but just come on. I mean, you have to understand me when this kind of stuff is happening. But at least at some point, I'm helping you, scratching your back, isn't it?
You know what? I wouldn't blame you, because we are watching MLBB at the highest point, right? These are some of the best teams in India, not only their region, but across India. We are supposed to get hyped because we are watching India's best at a display. And not only that, we are going to watch them live in Mizoram at the Ardengthwama Hall, Aizawl, of course, on the 16th, 17th and 18th of October. Like, imagine that. How crazy would the crowd go, and how crazy we would go. The two of us, of course. We would be like talking non-stop there. But again, looking at the draft here, you were talking about the R-Lot in the last game. It finds its way in this match. But the thing that I wanted from IGN in the last, not IGN, I think it was only for me that they got they did not go for the double marksman combination this time, understanding that they have to divert the resources, they have to divert the peeling, they need to protect the gold laner as much. So this time they're going for the Ruby, which is a really good pick for the gold lane at least, because you do not need to constantly rotate. The Ruby can hold on her own, and this does make the draft a lot more stable and really quick to execute for the mid to late game power spike here.
And for the side of IGN, it would rely a lot on Mirio, how the way he's going to control the game. Zauzen, he's a roamer, of course. As a roamer, he needs to provide vision, and at the same time, not just providing the vision, help his ally who are in need in case there's an invasion or anyone who needs the protection. For Mirio particularly, he's the fight maker, he's even the peacemaker who makes the call, and obviously who is going to be a major player in this game. Particularly, of course, it's Respect with the Fanny there. He's going to fly around, he's going to be so annoying, but just check out the hero of only Familiar. None of them are squishy. Jujin might be somehow squishy at some point. If Roy is here tonight itself, the way Jujin, he would say, is just so OP that you think that Jujin must be the kind of hero that you should pick it any other circumstances. But the reason, the thing that I'm going to pinpoint for tonight, particularly about the Jujin, is that when she used her ult, the skills tree particularly, she is gaining a massive shield which allows to survive heroes such as Fanny, full burst damage, and on top of that there is going to be this Rai, even KL, who's going to back her up. So for the side of IGN, even if they got a nice burst damage, it is going to rely deeply on Mr. Miru and how he make the plays. But with that being said, and keeping aside all the analysis and the boring stuff for now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MEX FEAI Grand Fest Season 1. This is a gaming festival where not just one game and multiple gaming tournaments are being played. And tonight in this MOBA 5v5 particularly, we have Team Only Familia at the blue side and IGN at the red side with a 1-point lead in this best of 2 series. We are going to see Team IGN again in match number 3 against Government Isol College, and in match number 2 we are going to see Only Familia going up against GSC as well. Good luck to both the teams and all the upcoming teams. Let's see how Respect is going to go for the plays, and it looks like just a quick forcing out the flicker, but going to help them a lot. But let's not forget that myself is most often going to be the co-caster, and beside me is none other than the well-qualified for the LAN event, Mr. Shinryu.
Thank you so much for that warm introduction once again. But this game has already begun, and there's a taunt onto a switch. He does not have a Purify. He's on a flicker, first of all. So he's trying to just reposition himself, like play on the back line and stuff like that. But again, top lane without the flicker is really passive gameplay for Honey, and Aaron is going to take advantage of that, fully advantage of that. The first turtle is up. Both the team, they need to maintain, or they need to get the vision control. They need to control the turtle pit. As you can see, both the junglers are going to be there soon. Respect want to get that level 5 lead quickly, whereas Ryder is still level 4, and they're trying to just not to overextend, but just hold onto the turtle, play the long game. But look at the flankable position for Zauz, and he wants to go in and stop the backline from doing much. But there goes the engage from Rye on towards Meteor. First blood already being secured by Ryder. Fanny goes in, Respect finds Ryder, and you'll find the turtle. 2 really quick kills coming in, and there is the AOG goes defensively used. The Primal Wrath was there, but not enough damage to take anyone down. A 1-for-1 trade, but the turtle for Team IGN here.
Turtle falls in the hand of IGN, and that is a 1 equalizer when it comes to the kill, but want to make it wider, and it's a 2-1 lead, and that's none other than Respect. When we say he's picking the Fanny, the link, it means business, and he is taking those business seriously, and even a Turtle was clutch still. Like, no one would believe if it was not live stream, isn't it? And big shout out to all our production team as well. And Respect is literally dancing around with Fanny. Who knows that Fanny would dance around this much? Look at here, he's dancing around still.
Look, those cables that you look to watch. There comes the final slash, finds a lock onto us, Kyle, but can he survive? He is a bit tanky, does not have the, he actually has the AOG to use defensively. Rai wants to go in with the Primal Wrath, but he gets really squishy once he uses that, and Witch will be finding him, gunning him down. And talk about a snowball from the Fanny. He's like 100% kill participation here, and with 3 kills on towards him. This can lead to a snowball if Team Only Familia not too careful. Their goal lane is also being pressured. You can see Honey is just level 5. Not Respect, but Aaron is already level 6. And this is going to cause problem, man. A lot of problem.
Not just a problem here, it is making major changes in this game particularly. And for the side of Only Familia, they are picking all these kind of heroes that are just so chunky that won't deal much of a damage unless a Primal Red, even if it lands so well, needs a great positioning, and she's going to be fully squishy, isn't it? That is how the lineup of Only Familia is working, but right now they are not using it to the maximum, and allowing Respect to slay them is going to be really a bad thing here. And when we reach 8-minute marks of the game, unless they stop this killing spree coming from Respect, it is just going to be so hard. And Mirio, he doesn't care whether you're squishy or not, but AOG...
Sato was able to go on, but Ryder finds the turtle and he finds Aaron the creator too. And Rai will go for the onward and earth shattered here, and he'll find a kill on towards, of course, Zazen, but he will get traded off too. But here comes Fanny. He wants to go. Respect wants to go in. There's a Ruby out there. They are trying to lock him down. Can he find an escape? No, he gets pushed up, and he finds himself down in the ground. But here comes Vario. He wants to go for the final slash. He wants to go for the slashes too, but he takes too much damage. 4 members available. Traction pulse is there. The stun connects, but the zoning will be there from Sato. What a great maneuver coming in from Only Familia. Such a controlled team fight, and they find such important shutdown too here.
and that would make it a 5 equalizer to the side of Team Only Familia. And IGN right now, if they are keeping those same mistakes again here, just look at the composition coming from the side of IGN. Doesn't look so good. They are being torn apart. And what I do notice is that even you, Mr. Shinryu yourself, don't take it like the wrong way, but even you just get so excited, isn't it? We just keep on mispronouncing things again and again. I have an idea. Let's just invade, let's just raid the Battle Knight and kidnap both Ray and HTZ. Let's just them do the show and shall we watch it? I'm thinking like that already here. It's just so interesting.
Oh my god. But again, Mirio wants to go in, and you can see, right, they're really using that Zushin so nicely. They will get a pickup on towards Mirio. There's the damage connecting, the stun connecting, but again, they're not having enough members to find a comeback. You can see, right? Honey is really ahead. There goes the AOG, does not really connect, completely missed out, like you said, connects onto the Natalia, and this time, that's the problem, right? And, talking about the mispronunciation, like, it's not every day that I see an edit being picked, so it's a long time that I actually said the first and the second skill, of course, the onward and the earth shatter, so I was just trying to memorize, I was trying to put my mind onto a test, but it seems like IGN, they want to put the test here onto his scale, and he gets locked on. He does not have an AOG, need to be careful because he gets locked on, he goes, no problem, but a double man, final slash coming in from Mirio. Look at Paddy, look at Respect, he wants to go for the backline, but he does not find enough damage here. But again, there's the Sato available, the Zushin is available, the HP bars are low, but both the teams really taking their time. There's a lot of zoning. Respect, and he finds the turtle. No, Ryder will get it. The third turtle on towards the side of Only Familia, and they find Respect, but they will have to trade off Kale for that. But again, Mirio wants to go in. He does not have the final slash, but Witch is low. He does have the flicker, but they did not want to overextend. But the maneuverability here, absolutely phenomenal from both the sides.
Exactly here, and so far Only Familia should have started performing exactly like this from game number 1, isn't it? Not giving them a hard time. Even if they win, it is still going to be a 1 equalizer, and this is not the kind of round where we play those kind of knockout stage. It is more like a round robin. This format depends really on how much you secure the win, and this is going to be really crucial, and we can guarantee Only Familia to get the win here, but they do get a high shot here as Ryder with this Yishanshin and the Mountain Shocker just landed so precisely each and every time here. Bot lane, Rise even there to soak up all those upcoming damage, and it looks like bot lane first turret would easily fall on the side of Only Familia. And when it comes to the team fight, what I do notice is that Mirio always lands those amazing slashes and all those, sandbagging stuff as well. But for the side of IGN Zausen, I should say, he is a little bit not in the right track this time. Because it is high loss, isn't it? He's going to be slow. Even if he plays the glorious pathway accurately, if his allies isn't there, it might be hard for them to follow up. And even if he plays it the glorious pathway so right, Only Familia, imagine there is a primal right in front of you. Ruby get ready to use the offended and Kato with the OG and revitalize is there. But let's see here.
Talking about AOG, it comes in, but a good side step coming in, but again, Sato wants to pick somebody up. It's either going to be Mirio or Zauz, and he does pick up both of them, but no follow-up coming in because they're really tanky. The target you want to look for. But again, Mountain Shocker being used, revealing the position of all the members. Respect wants to go in for a split push up top. The Lord will be spawning, and both the team, they might want to look for the controller of the turtle. But on the Lord pit here, you can see Respect already there. But 4 members from the side of Team IGN camping opposite side of the Lord here, right? Respect does not have the blue, and this might be a call for Only Familia to take this Lord here. And IGN, will they contest? Because they're really far behind. They do not have the information. They're trying to burst down this Lord. There's a glorious pathway from Zausen, and Mirio will find a flankable position. A lot of damage coming on to his right. He might get busted down. This is a primal rat for him, but he gets gunned down by Adam the Creator. But again, Respect will find Ryder. No jungler, but Honey finds the Lord. Ryder finds Respect. Aaron finds a double kill on towards Honey, and 3 members down from Only Familia. The mid lane is open. The HP bar is a bit low, and IGN with 4 members advantage, they might want to just push the lead here. AOG comes in, finds Aaron the Creator, gets a taunt on the 2 members. Video goes back in, finds the final slash. Kale will get taken down, and Aaron finds the shutdown, but Sato will trade down Aaron the Creator, which gets a shutdown here, a mega kill, and an unofficial wipeout onto the side of Only Familia for IGN here. And Lord here.
And an exchange has been made multiple times here. It would be the time when IGN are leading or even the only Familia. And right now IGN are back in track, even though they are the one losing the Lord here, who doesn't secure the Lord. They were winning the team fight, allowing them to gain multiple golds, and on top of that even freely secure those upcoming Lord, shall we say, like the Lord that resurrect again is helping the side of only Familia, is being freely secured by IGN. It is going to be another massive gold in the hands of IGN. But for now, what I am not doing so, what the side of IGN are not doing so well is that when it comes to the team fight, Zhaozen, even if he start diving with those glorious pathway, even if he gets the revitalized, it is so hard for the side of IGN to follow him up as they want. Even if Mirio literally use the final sledge so accurately, they need to make sure that Witch and Aaron the Creator are in the right track, in the right position, so that they could escape in peace, isn't it? But that is what exactly only Familia are up for the challenge. They would start playing it like full barrage, doing those rampage thingy, and right now they might like to extend it, but no safe place coming from both sides. The Sparse Lord has been slain already here, no casualty, no serious action would be played, but it's more like a poke. It's coming from both the team. No one is freezing the LAN that much. Actually, the LAN are being freezed only by namesake, just so that they could even get an opening when someone is trying to extend and secure the kill, isn't it? But when it comes to the objective, Team IGN are having those objective plays better, securing more objective that open up the maps. The micro is a little bit into their side, but let's see, IGN, would they keep on dominating this long, or only Familia? That one big barrage is going to make a big impact.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's going to be all about the positioning, the way they fight take this team fights, because the next Lord is just 20 seconds away. Fanny has a lot of window or a lot of angles to go in for this team fight, of course, and you can see the problem is the team fight, right? Every time IGN wants to go in, you can see, right, only Familia, they're just getting clumped up like that again. Kale will get engaged by two members of IGN, but they're revealing their position. Fanny wants to go in, but he finds himself again 5 members, and he gets knocked up and locked in. Sato finds the shutdown, but Ryder will be getting taken down. A double kill for Witch, and Creator finds Try. There is the AOG from Kale, but it's just for a triple kill for Witch here. And with that, even without respect, IGN needs to be respected. They have enough damage here with 2 marksmen constantly gunning people down. They have the Lord advantage, but more so, they might just want to open up the base inhibitor here onto the bot lane. There is the damage, there's the poke coming in. They want to go for an engage. There's a pick up from the Sato on the 2 members, but it's all just a distraction. They want to lock the base down. 1 cannon minion there. Can he clear it out? The members will be back from the death timers, and IGN, they will take the discipline route here. Go back and regroup for the Lord.
Okay, we don't see that one, don't worry. And yeah, back to the game here. IGN just secured that free inhibitor at the bot lane here, but are they going to get around the Creator?
What? Sato really overextended and gets taken down by Witch. Fanny comes back in, but a 3-man final slash from Mirio will engage things here, but Honey finds one more, but Respects find the entire assassination onto the backline. Again, 4 members down from the side of only Familia, and it seems like IGN, they want to push in. They want to take this game to a game closure here. You can see, right, Honey is all by himself. Can he clear the minions? Because he's taking a lot of poke, and there's a lot of damage that might come. There's a glorious path to slow him down. There's a lock on, and Wish will find the damage enough to take down the only member from only Familia and also get a 2-0 victory in this best of 2.
Victory!
Oh my, Team IGN literally bursting the entire thing. And when it comes to the team fight, although we were skeptical about them, but no, even if you are not supporting us anymore and even doubt us, we'll always find our way. We would even sacrifice our jungler as per necessary, or even Respect has to be the bait as per necessary, isn't it? And with that being said, that is an intense one after another turn by turn plays coming from both the teams here. Only Familia are not out of the tournament yet. They are going to get a really good shot in this game number 2, and if they perform well, who knows that only Familia would be the one who would still qualify for the LAN, isn't it? But for the side of IGN, they just need one more win to qualify for the LAN, or maybe with a right positioning, they might even get the same point. But let's see here. This is a great match coming from both the side here, and hoping to see how more interesting game number 2 is going to be. It is going to be Team Only Familia going up against Government Isol College Sport. And yes, with that being said, there are lots to say, but we are going to save the energy, and so is the dear audience who are watching this stream. Will be having a short break, not the kind of break where we take a rest, the kind of break where the players are going to be called so that they can play their match right away. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back in the jiffy. everyone, we are back here in the caster desk with me alongside the great Shin Ryu, and it's none other than me, myself, and I, Malsom, here in the desk. And tonight you are watching the MEA FEAI Grand Fest Season 1 in the MOBA 5v5 gaming category. Tonight, in match number 1 particularly, we have Team IGN who just secured 2 leading points in this back-to-back matches, and we are going to see them against Government Aizawl College after this match straight up right away, just like how we did in this second match. I know that each and every one are as excited. We will be showing the drafting screen very soon, but before that, this tournament that you are watching cannot be a success without our great sponsor, that is the CK Hyundai, our internet partner Next Gen 10, who powered this tournament. And when it comes to any big tournament in India or any small tournament, they are always there to back us up by providing a huge amount of diamonds, and of course to make our tournament exclusive, a tournament lobby that is none other than the Mobile Legends 5v5, also known as Vista Games. When it comes to the branding name, thanks to them, we are having this exclusive 10 band system also. And also this tournament is in collaborated with Don't Say Esport. Don't Say Esport are more of an organization that doesn't run like a powerhouse organization, but that stays like the managing side. Like if you need a caster and if you are looking caster, they'll be there. If you need someone to help you with your production, they'll be there. So they are the kind of organization. And also recently they even recruited a team. So let's see how things are going beside that one, as we do not want to hear much about that thing, isn't it? But before we really go inside the drafting stage, this tournament, of course, there's always someone behind the scene who is always behind the screen to allow this tournament to make it smooth, to run it smooth. That is Mr. Curious himself, Bethel, who makes sure that each and every team joins their Discord, they reach the tournament lobby on time, and actually they are the one, like these guys, who allowed the players to be there in this tournament itself. So huge shout out to them, and of course to make all this amazing layout and all the design that you are seeing this tournament for the MOBA 5v5 particularly is none other than BT Edits, also known as Boom Boom. And last but not the least, tonight we can freely cast it while sitting and chilling and of course gossiping about him. It's none other than Issei, who allowed us to sit comfortably by streaming this amazing game. And with that being said, we'll keep it aside for now, as we would call Mr. Shin Ryu, the Mr. So qualified for the LAN event, to talk about the team, who would even talk about the draft, but he is not going to do those boring stuff such as the analyzing, but more of the hype moment that we all are waiting for. So Mr. Shin Ryu, take it away.
Yeah, you just told me not to analyze, so I'm just going to keep quiet. What you going to do about that, huh, Malsum?
All right, thank you so much for the opportunity. I always wanted to sing.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, but again, I mean, I'm not gonna get paid if I just keep quiet. Like that doesn't work. That's not how it works. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna have to hear me sing here. I'm just kidding, hey. But again, what I really like about the draft, we are already here in the banning stage, right? Only Familia this time. They just played a best of 2 against IGN. They couldn't get a point out of them, of course, but it's not the end of road for them, of course. They have another chance here. If they can 2-0 here, and they have to put their bets on IGN for a 2-0 against GSE, then they might qualify. But if they cannot, if GSE is winning here, then only Familia will more likely be out, right? They will be 0 points. So automatically GSC will be going to the next round. So that's the condition out here, of course. But talking about the bans here, Team Only Familiar onto the blue side, Team GSC, that is Government Aizawl College Esports. Yes, they are an esports, a powerful house from Mizoram, of course. They are here onto the red side. You can see the bans, right? Nothing too astronomical here, except for the Guinevere. You know why? Who is it for? Yeah. He was a very good Guinevere player yesterday. We watched the match with the Satos combination onto the real world manipulation. Man, that was a beauty to watch, honestly.
And talking about Guinevere, why isn't Only Familia taking out the Guinevere in match number 1, isn't it? I just realized. And
Exactly.
also, right now, we are going to see an Angela. Come on, we are going to see the Angela. 20
Oh
second
no.
cooldown. This is going to be a beast.
Mhm.
I think you know Karina, isn't it? Like, once she executes someone perfectly, her ultimate skills keep on cooldown again and again. Like, it resets, literally reset. So just like that, if you get the fleeting time and if you come with another magic cooldown items and even give Angela rather than those high healing items such as Oracle and all those things, what if you just go for the Angela full damage instead? It is going to heal
Yeah.
so much, at the same time going to deal tons of damage. This is just going to be so interesting. But the downside of using Angela as a roam in this meta and why you should prioritize as a mid laner this Angela is that Angela, firstly, she can't provide vision like heroes such as the Chow. For Chow, he can literally dash in and out from the bush, and if he provide vision, yeah, I found 20 gold, and he can literally start running around, and especially in the jungle area, if you can reveal the enemy jungler again and again, then that somehow like a gold glitch, isn't it? Like an unlimited supply of gold for the jungler, and not forgetting all the exp extra that the roamer could gain. Although it is said as somehow like a roam meta, we should know that a roam meta, if we just keep on providing the vision and getting lots of earning from our particular side, and even if we get the highest farm as a roamer, the roaming boot wouldn't work and it could affect the teammates a lot. So make sure we know how to limit everything that we are doing. But keeping aside that all for now, the first three picks from both sides are looking quite interesting as Deuce. We know that how brutal his Moskov can be, and this is the kind of Moskov that I was anticipating and the kind of Moskov that we are going to see tonight in match number 2 against GSE Sport and Only Familiar. And on the side of Team Blue, that is Only Familiar and Esmeralda and the Chow. I like this a lot. And also the double S tier. I can't say like a double S tier LAN slot when all the good teams are lining up in this kind of place. And we can even say like a top 6. The top 6 teams are going to clash tonight. 3 teams, tomorrow 3 teams, isn't it? So I am not going to call them like a double S tier anymore. I am so sorry, HTZ, if you're watching this right now on live or maybe later on, but I can only call them like the S tier jungler. So let's see. And if it's being banned out, that is something that I am quite not sure, but for some makes sense. For the last pick of Only Familia, why not ban the Hayabusa, isn't it?
I feel the Akai maybe, because it can pose a problem to the Lancelot for freely dashing in and out with the puncture, of course. But a lot of people might be confused why the Angela. Malsam has already broken that down. She got a good buff this season, this new patch. That's why she's really relevant in the current meta. You need to prioritize her. You will see the shift in meta really soon. But again, talking about the bans, the Fredrin is a really good read. But I feel they already have the Esmeralda, so they shouldn't have banned that. But is that the new hero they're banning? Are they not like, or is it Alice? That's Alice. That's the new Alice, actually.
Alice.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a new Alice. I just mistook her for the Obsidian.
Do you know
Yeah.
02?
Your team is picking.
02, just look at
Yes,
them.
sir.
Same.
Exactly, right? 02.
Yeah.
But again, you know what? Hamus received a really good buff this time. Like, not the buff that will make him overpowered. Bane received a really good buff. Bane can be a meta again. So for the mid lane, or for at least the jungle section, there's a lot of options open for sure. Okay. But I feel the gold lane is where the teams are getting carried, right? If you're looking at it, teams like LCF, team like even Zohan, they want to keep their gold lane safe. So that's why not only Moscow, the marksmen are really being prioritized, and 2 marksmen again. And if they go for a third one here, I would be really disappointed, because the amount of resources you need to pour onto this heroes is going to be really difficult to actually navigate. But what a draft coming in, what a composition from Only Familia, so much burst, as well as poke damage too from them.
And the sustain. Let me add that one. The sustain that they could get. Angela, she's going to give tons of shield to whoever she is using the hard guard. And Esmeralda would be like, thank you for the meal. And she's going to be so thick again here. So this might be more like an a counter, which can be again recounter using this Jogo Akimi, but I'm quite skeptical again. Like the hero are just so squishy from the side of GSE. Just look at that. Just look at their four hero. They are just so squishy. As CC, she's more like kiting the heroes all around. And if you can grab a CC, guys, trust me, CC is a fighter. She is just tanky because we used to build her like a semi-tank. If not, if we just go full tank and all, even the Yuzong, even the Lapu, they are all squishy. And CC, on top of that, she's more squishier than all those heroes. So let's see how the lineup is coming. GSC decided to go for the Akai last pick, which I'm not so sure against a Lancelot, but with the right pressure, giving them a right space might eventually work. But what can we say? It all deeply lies down on the confidence of the team, how they adjust themselves, how they make the micro. And I mean micro, everyone is going to be good already, but the macro play is going to make a big impact. Onto the drafting stage particularly, and the hero that they are choosing, I would fall a little bit slightly on the side of Team Only Familia by 51%, thinking that they would win this match. But on the side of Team GSC Sport, although they might be GSC, I have to give them 49% with this kind of quite squishy. But with that being said, keeping aside the personal thinking, we would go straight into the Land of Dawn, and this is match number 2, game number 1 in the Land of Dawn, the MEX FEAI Grand Fest. And welcome everyone, enjoy your stay. And of course, me, myself, and I is none other than myself, Malson, because Shinryu never called me great. And beside me is none other than the super duper amazing who even gapped Superman himself. And when it comes to news reporting, even Spider-Man has to quit his reporting job, and it's Shinryu.
Oh my god, you just called me out that way. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for Mr. Malsum. It feels like I'm calling you for a wrestle match, man, at this point. But again, the early game, you can see the poke damage really being relevant, right? Esmeralda, yes, she has a lot of sustain, but not in the early game. But KL is the only weakness, might be Kryptonite, but again, he's getting chunked really low. But there comes a rotation, but KL will be falling as a first blood from Viva La Revolucion. And again, they're trying to chase down Ryder, trying to ride around the map with the Lancelot, of course. But he needs to prioritize his level 4. The turtle will be up, some while. But again, you can see the poke damage, right? Is constantly available from both the side laners. And that's the problem. Like, early game, you need to play defensively, at least if you're only familiar. But late game, you can go for the burst damage. You need level 4 for, of course, that. For the pick-off, as well as the burst combination. But yeah, like... the objective, I feel, you talk about the Akai against the Lancelot, it's more about the objective control. It's not like he'll completely counter out the Lancelot. It's more like, he can zone out the Lancelot a lot well if it's timed perfectly, of course, the heavy spin. But apart from that, it's all about, how well Ryder is able to dodge the skills coming at him.
And so far it looks like he's going straight with the level 5 as they are going to dance around the turtle. Although he's not level 5 yet, he is soon going to be. And for Mr. Vival, he just reached level 5. Let's see who secured this turtle particularly.
50-50. There's a heavy spin, but Ryder finds the retribution here. And only Familia, they get lead. There's the whole Phantom Execution. Wants to go in. Puncture does not really connect. And Amias will take him down. And that's the goal, not the goal laner, but the jungler down. Right takes up with a poke. Able to get out with the help of a shield, of course. That's the Esmeralda for you. But look at the zoning onto a Skyel. He was really forced to recall. And the CC really having that early game advantage, the prowess. And with that, GSC, they have maintained a good lead here.
Great lead. Although the first red buff was still away by Mr. Ryder, and even the first turtle, GSC Sport, when it comes to the team fight, more than I expect particularly. Like, I was quite skeptical to see this kind of lineup, but they make it work, no doubt, their GSC Sport. And looking at the top side here, that is a quick flinch out.
What? There's a hard cut, of course, available, but very aggressive gameplay coming in from Only Familia. They're really going in to the side of the jungle of GSC. They need to be careful. There might be a retaliation coming in really quickly. You can see the stun onto his honey is still okay because he's not taking too much damage, but if they overextend, the punishment definitely available.
Punishment, and talking about punishment, Sato with this umbrella combo is going to hurt a lot except the Akai. And just look at those items here, lots of difference are happening, but when it comes to completing the first item, none of the side are completing. And just check out this Akai particularly, he's going for the Guardian Helmet first item, isn't it? Making sure that he's just going to be so chunky a panda for a reason. And right now in the mid side, we see the first G combo.
It gets cancelled out with a heavy spin. They're trying to save the Angela. Devi will be falling here. There is the traction pearls, but not really connects onto a Sato, able to get out with the help of the Purify. And there comes Amiest. They want to find Sato. She does not have a flicker anymore, so they need to be careful on that as well. But top lane, Chao wants to go in, does not have the way J Kundo. He does have the Chi Kundo, but does not have the way of the dragon. But okay, there's hard guard, and there's the lock on towards two-member with the help of the curtain call, of course, and KL will be falling right a bit late to the party. Turtle is up. Ryder wants to dash in and out. There's a Phantom Execution too being used up. Prawn Rose needs to be there if he wants to immune the damage, but able to get out with the help of the Cyclone Eye, of course. But okay, Rai is low, but gets out. This Turtle has to be conceded. GSC might get an objective control here and an objective take too.
They might get a disadvantage when it comes to securing those Turtle Lord, but you know, if you can't secure it like a 50-50 chance, why not dominate the entire Turtle pit itself, isn't it? And that is how GSC are playing. And also, slowly the momentum they were controlling at the top lane was great, amazing. And Chaos just secure a kill here. Hardcore protection for Amias. And it's a safe place coming from both the side. But for now, GSC are missing one of their most important members. This is Jokwa with the Kimi. This is going to be somehow like the hero that is going to be really important from the mid stage of the game. If he dies this early, might not look so good for the side of GSC. And also talking about not looking so good, only Familia, they need the victory as much as possible at any cost, because this is going to be like their very last chance for this LAN event, isn't it? It is 3-2, and not forgetting Amias with those burns damage is quite something. And IGN, yes, let me just take the opportunity before fight really breaks off. IGN are waiting for GSC in match number 3, by the way.
And only Familia, yes, they're able to answer back the aggression, but not really having too much of an advantage when it comes down to the early game, because yes, they have a lot of pick-off capability, but the early game damage onto the sideline, at least the sideline matchup is not the best. But you can see the yo-yo, the damage from the yo-yo from Amiest is really there, as well as the top lane. The gold lane is it's a very 50-50. Every time they want to go on to Dust, there is the hard guard available from Davi, and the problem is they are not really getting any kind of objective push done. Neither of the side. You talk about the Guardian Helmet is already up for Viva, but top lane this time, not even top, the mid actually, they cut off the rotation and able to punish the EXP laner. And again, top lane, okay, Moscow, are you okay? Okay, he's okay, man. But again, the second turtle soon up. But look at the items here, Malsum.
Yep, I check it out, and that is something that we have to live for now, because the turtle is going to spawn. It is going to be the third turtle of the game here, and just look at body jungler. It is already 2 level difference here. If GSC aren't making those proper play, it is going to be just so easy for Ryder. But look at here, Rai already going to the back line.
Oh, will he commit the heavy spin already? But there's the traction pulse, the stun connects on towards Rai. A lot of damage, the turtle is still 50-50. Ryder finds the retribution, the heavy spin committed, but can he find a lock onto a Sato? That's a Kagura for you, and they will be able to get out. The hard guard already committed here onto a Amias, but they are really low. Sato needs to go back, but mid lane you can see a 1v1. Top lane too, the waves are getting pushed from both the sides, but I feel like they might get cleared. No real structures has been taken down, but comes in the way of the dragon, but still there's the hard guard, but not enough sustain, because Sato will be there with the Yin Yang combination, of course, trying to get out. Devi was there, but okay, Viva wants to chase him down. Comes in Amiest, and I think that's the end of road for Sato. He gets taken down.
And that is also inside the jungle area of GSC Esports. Only Familia does pick off Jokwa, but they overextend it, and even if they are going to overextend, they need to find the road to escape again, isn't it? If you are going to commit, make sure you are finding another road to go out. If you are going to do those kind of suicide mission, make sure the suicide mission is done by someone who doesn't deal the damage, actually more like the hero that are really chunky like Rai or even Kale might be Y Station. It is 6-4 when it comes to the leading of the kill for the side of GSC Esports, but for the side of only Familia, they get the pure advantage when it comes to the objective secure, and KL channeling up those Jitmondo knocks up. Oh, Natalia got the lane.
But look at that bot lane. Joko takes down one. So, two straight for the side of Team GSC. Only Familia. They're not really finding anything around the map. Yes, they got a shutdown on Super Joko, of course. But the answer back from the side of GS is really, really intense. Really, really strong. The gold lane dominated. The EXP lane dominated. And right now, Kale wants to go in for the way of the dragon. But too much burst coming in. Joko will be taking him down. Rai running for his life. They're throwing everything except for the kitchen sink, of course. And only Familia, they're not really able to answer back. Ryder forced back inside his own jungle, able to get the orange buff, of course, but his HP not really looking too healthy, and there's a lot already. Only Familia, once again, they have to concede, but Rai has a different plan. You can see Amayast already there to zone the members out. Hardguard already on towards him. Sato wants to go in. He has the vision, but there's no retribution. The jungler is too far. Is it too far for Ryder? Yes, it is. Amayas is there with the zoning. SOD does connect on towards Rani, but not enough damage. Hardguard already there. Ryder really low. That's a knockable two members, and they want to go in for another engage, but the heavy spin already committed. You can see Kale already isolated. Amayas will be falling in the hands of Hani, but Duz will take down Kale. A 1-for-1 trade. Both the teams walk out, but GSC walks out with a better trade. The Lord in their advantage.
GSC Sport are literally acing it right now, securing the Lord. And talking about the objective secure, they are quite positive that they can't win at any cost. Ryder, of course, it is the Ryder with the Lancelot, and it's just going to be so hard to fight against it, isn't it? But right now, bot lane with the hard guard. Wait. Again, it is happening twice. Amayas was getting the hard guard protection and chased them away, but the kill followed up.
Sato gets taken down by Joko. There is the damage, of course, but Devi gets a double kill. That's an Angela, ladies and gentlemen. That's an Angela securing a double kill. And talk about the shift in the new meta. Team GSC taking full advantage here. They're trying to push in with the advantage. Of course, Ryder wants to go in against with the puncture, as well as the Thorn Rose gets out with the Phantom Execution. Of course, but again, the holy defense will be getting procced up. There's a knock up. There's a heavy spin. Ryder gets blocked in. No! Viva does not find the pin here, but again, the waves are crashing in, and only Familia they have to defend. Ryder wants to go in once again for the orange buff. He gets it with the help of the retribution, but again forced back to the safer side of the map. But again, here Malsum, GSC, lot of advantage, lot of pressure. Only Familia had to go defensive.
Only Familia, they can't play around anymore. Even, they need to find ways at any cost here in every possible way, because GSC are literally just so aggressive with whatever they are doing here. And I will say it again and again, the hard guard that the Angela providing, Esmeralda is about to generate it to her own shield and to make it and to turn it into her advantage. But right now, the hard guard, the shield is chasing the Esmeralda away. It doesn't look so good. And right now it is even 35, and even heavy spins looking at the big.
Yeah, Beatrix is locked in, and Myers will be finding the kill. There's SOT and kill. It's all isolated, will be falling. They're chasing the members down. Ryder wants to get out. He's trying his best. Rai is there too. Phantom Execution getting used to just lower the member HP down. But again, Sato always an amazing set. But doesn't really matter, does it? Because he will get taken down. The waves are crashing in. 5 members knocking at the door of only Familia in this first patch. Ryder again goes in, but has to go out. Are you an Esmeralda or are you Layla at this point? Because you're getting bursted down. 1 cannon minion, all it takes, but they're dropping in the base. But the members are finally back. Not enough damage onto the base without the minions. Of course, there's the K of the dragon onto us does, but still, GSC takes the first point in this best of 2.
And not stopping even when the minions is in there. They need the minion to end the game, but the minions need the hero for the time. And they were holding it for the minions. And once the minion comes out, even the marksman needs to be the sacrificial lamp, and there would be time even, and Akai needs to run away. But fear not, as GSC are literally shining in this match number 2, game number 1. But for now, only Familia are really in a tight spot right now. They need need to get the equalizer 1-1 so that start match is going to decide a lot here. And talking about the decider, there isn't a single race coming from both the side. No analyzing, just go straight into the game here. GSC are on fire, and so is Only Familia. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the decider match for Only Familia or GSC to take the spot in the LAN event to allow them to get even one more chance. I wish them my deepest best of luck for both Only the Familia and GSC, but for all the viewers out there, Shinryu is not giving his full heart for them.
Oh my god. I mean, without that, you always throw me under the bus. But again, yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining in at the MEX FEI Grand Fest 1. Without your love, without your support for this community, for the love of this game, we are nothing. And it is for you guys that we are hosting such tournaments, and also for you to witness your own teams from your region or maybe from other regions playing it out, and not only playing it online, they will be playing it offline too at the Ardeng Thwama Hall at Aizawl, Mizoram on the 16th, 17th and 18th of October. Don't forget to mark the dates, and don't forget to show your attendance like Ash TZ says, right? Make sure you're attending there, of course. But again, the thing is, if Only Familia is not winning this game, Malsum, they're automatically out. The third game doesn't really matter. Both the teams will be qualifying for the LAN.
Exactly. But you know what? Third match, you want to know how crucial it is? Because if... No, I don't want to talk anything in a way that GSC might win 2-0. I am seeing the kind of ways in which we might even get a 1-1 for this second match. So let's not talk about that. Let's just focus on this match particularly, isn't it? Because anything that we can say out might be pressuring the players a lot. We do not want to turn the things, that kind of environment. So back to the game, as we are going to see 1-1 and the Guinevere banning straight from the side of GSC, and Only Familia also goes with a respect ban of his CC, and this is going to be another Bakshi. And talking about respect here, GSC are really respecting this Guinevere, and this is the kind of moment where teams, even in a really situation, like a tight situation right now, still find ways to respect each other. And this is what we call a sportsmanship in online, like in reality, like face to face, when we are physically available and can see each other, we can even show us the sportsmanship in action. But the only way we can show is by respecting out our comfort hero. And right now, talking about the comfort, GSC just lock away the Angela, not going to allow it anymore. Like Angela was like, this is the free child that you are going to see in game number 1. But in game number 2, even if we can take it, nope, a Kalia is still open though.
Yeah, the Kalia is still open, and a lot of other picks too, right? Angela does get banned this time, knowing the fact Only Familia has a second pick. But I do they put respect onto the CC pick, like you said, of course. That's a very crucial thing, because last game they had the Esmeralda, right? But it was like a sheet of paper at the end of the day, because we expect the Esmeralda to soak in so much damage. On paper, the draft looks so good. Even you said, right, they have a lot of sustain, but where did all of that sustain go once the side of GSC came online? I feel one thing, they need to put a really good check on the side lanes. They need to get a winning matchup. They cannot be letting GSC get the winning matchup. And in terms of the objective, yes, they can concede a few, but if they're not really able to get the kills, at least they're not really getting the goal control at the same time, right? And in a way, I feel this time too, Ryder will still stick to his LAN slot. He did the same thing in the first and the second game in the match number 1. He stick to the YSS completely, and this time too, like, he's doing the same thing. So will it be a matter of ego, pride? I don't know, but if he can perform really well, because he was doing all right. It was the side lane that's actually lost. So if he can help the side lane win with his LAN slot, I think Only Familia has an amazing chance in equalizing this match, man. Like GSC, they're more of a team fight composition.
Yep. And yeah, this is the point where I'm even, like to break you off. And at the same time, this is where my debate really shines a lot, especially if I think if HTS is here, like 3 of us would be together would be nice, isn't it? But yeah, each of us get our own role and other things that we need to attend. But keeping that aside for now, like we cannot talk about double S tier hero when it comes to these kind of good teams. Yes, of course, Lancelot was shining the entire game. He makes those clutch steal. We thought that he wouldn't do anything impactful, but in the end, Ryder, we just keep on pronouncing his name again and again. But in the end, what really matters is how your team are performing and utilizing those kind of heroes. Just imagine there's an Akai and there's a Lancelot. Of course, Lancelot would always win those objective plays. But GSC are slowly adapting, knowing that they can't win the turtle fight, the objective fight anymore. So they decided to force the fight. They would literally even sacrifice those objectives and turn it into their favor. And that allows them to win the game eventually. And for the side of Only Familiar, just like match number 1, they got tons of sustain. But the most important thing, the damage wasn't enough. So for this match number 2, game number 2 particularly, we are going to see tons of sustain and also tons of damage coming from their side. And for the side of GSC, it is somehow similarly to game number 1, how they are playing. It's more like not picking those super duper sustain hero, but rather that give a balanced sustain and even a proper burst damage. And that is how you land those perfect execution, isn't it? And Amayas with Arlot not last night, which one was it? Like, I think it was last week that we have seen his Arlot. So let's see how he's going to perform against Only Familia. And now that we're back to the drafting stage and taking the advantage, I would like to say that the tournament that you are watching right now is the MEX FEI Grand Fest Season 1. And when we say Grand Fest, it doesn't mean only a single tournament. It means a multiple gaming tournament. And let me call them out one by one. That is Mobile Legends 5v5, BGMI, FC Football, that is for both the PC and the mobile version, and of course Dota 2, and in addition to that one, chess for both the board game in the LAN event and the online chess that is going to come up real soon. So this is really interesting, and this is one of the biggest event that we have, not just locally, even in the entire India. The LAN event is going to start on 16, 17 and 18 October are at Ardent Trauma Hall in Mizoram. Aizel, we really invite each and every one of us to come here. And, as I already mentioned clearly, this is the kind of event that doesn't happen every year. It happens like in a decade. So we wish that as much as possible, like all the gaming esport enthusiasts, to join us and to make this event even greater. Like, even if this event has a massive prize pool, even if there are all these great teams who are coming to the LAN event, it is not a successful show without the great audience who are going to blast off the roof of our Dame Trauma Hall. So inviting each and everyone. And Shinryu, say the Miza word that you know.
Chak Lutuk. It's going to be a Chak Lutuk moment. Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. And this call for an Esmeralda pick. Yeah, there we are. I was just, looking at the draft so keenly all while you were saying that. But again, you missed out on one thing, Malsum. You didn't talk about the content creator contest though. Like, I think a lot of the budding content creators would also like to find some opportunities, right? Because we have some great influencers, but again, what about the smaller ones? Are they getting a chance here?
Of course, they do get the chance, and it is morely prioritizing on those newly or like who just start up themselves, okay, for the content creation program. And even talking about the content creation program, it is going to end this 30th September, hoping to see each and every interested person to join us individually. And yeah, that one, for more information, you can check out in the Instagram page, that is the Mizo Esport Association. We are not going to highlight much about it because this is more like how we are going to use your creativity, and we are not going to guide you that much. It just depends on your creativity, clipping all these interesting moments that we are seeing in life, or even the LAN event. But sadly, we won't do clipping for the LAN event contest because the contest is going to end this 30th September. So 10k prize pool is still juicy enough, even for beginner. And come on, to grow our own channel, we just create posts without earning anything, isn't it? Why not just join this contest? Like during our beginning of in this social media stuff and all, YouTube, Instagram, etc. Like we just paid our own money even for giveaway, etc., isn't it? But right now, this is 2025. We got the Mizo Esport Association in collaboration, or shall we say, in affiliation with the Federation Esport Association of India. So more massive thing is coming for 2026. But for now, 2025. This is one heck of a way to end the year. And yeah, this time I'm not going to do it. Why don't you give a warm welcome to each and every one of us who are watching this live stream, Shin?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MEA FEAI Grand Fest 1. And like you already know, this is the Mobile Legends category. The teams are trying to qualify here. And right now we have two amazing teams playing in front of you, in front of your eyes. It's going to be GA Esports, that is Government Aizawl College Esports, onto the blue side, and only Familia battling their existence into the LAN, like for the LAN slot, of course, here. For that slot for the LAN, yes, again for this fest, of course, and they're on to the red side. My name is Shinryu, and I'm just a humble caster who is joined in the greatness of Mr. Malsam. So I'm feeling amazingly grateful here, amazingly, happy. So yes, Malsam, why don't you just break down the game for us?
Of course, and he is telling lots of lie, but keeping that aside for now, let's look right into the game here, mid-lane a bit. Some sort of slash is happening here, but their way managed to flick it out. That's the first action that you were requesting, and it is done. My job here is done. I'm gonna pack my bag, watch this stream. Goodbye, Shin.
No, that's not going to be happening, ladies and gentlemen. Malsam has to stay. He needs to be staying here, because if we do not analyze this team fight, a lot of us will not understand what is happening in the mechanics of this game. Of course, the first turtle should be up very soon. Both the teams, they need to get the turtle control like in each and every game. If they do not open up the vision, it's going to be a lot of problem. Ryder has that level 4. So does Viva. La Revolution. Let's see. It's a 50-50 at this point. Both the EXP laner, you can see, are not yet level 4 actually. Really interesting here. However, they're still trying to contest. Sato is trying to poke. There is obviously but final slash already there. And Kale will be falling. Viva will find the turtle. Amias will find a shutdown again. You know what? This person's name is really interesting. I need to remember. It's just like Amias. Will be falling here, of course. And at this point, again, you can see GAC, another explosive start. Top lane, the 1v1 does versus Honey, but that's Esmeralda. But I feel this is a very bad laning matchup, right? Because the Esmeralda can win up with the shield. You can see there's a Zoni coming in, and Honey is stuck. She has to submit to the fate, as Viva will be finding her. But the rest of the troop is here. There's a stun connecting onto his Davy. But again, you can see this time Sato is on a different hero. He can poke a lot more this time. It's not a burst hero, but again, Kale is trying to hold on to the wave. So does Honey. Really does not miss out too much onto the goal here.
Well, Honey is not going to do so well the gold lane for some time. Maybe only Familia helping a lot won't help, as it is going to be Esmeralda. This gives GSC a slight advantage when it comes to the landing phase, especially the gold lane, allowing them to even execute that first blood in top lane is in it. And also look at here, my splash a little bit, but Amaya's managed to dash it around here in the guardian barrier and
no, talk about a turnaround. Good support from the team. GSC showing the synergy here, Malsam.
The knockup, like, it just blasts it off, and it just, I can't even use the correct word for now, but I think you can use the correct word for this fight.
Yay! There's a final slash. Still survive a mess. He still goes on. Here's Kale with the damage from the Primal Wrath, but he's against two members. He's really squishy. One is the Primal Wrath. Here comes Shokwa with the damage too, right? But he's more of a utility. You can see the rest of the team is, of course, here. They're trying to recall, but Davey will let that happen is the going to be question, but I don't think so. They're really too interested in taking on the fight. The turtle is up, Ryder is there too, gold lane still a stalemate, but again Viva will be starting it off. He's really low though. Ryder might find a way to go in. He's going in, but the final slash is there. Ryder finds the turtle. Rai finds Viva, as it seems like Rai is really stuck at the back line against 3 members. There's the rest of the members too. Sato wants to go in, but Joker will be finding Rai as well. You can see they're trying to go for a little bit of peel, but top lane you can see the mage, not the mage, but the gold laner is running against the Esmeralda, but again there's a knock upon to his KL, but he's still okay. He gets picked up, gets knocked up, then Earth and Rampart alongside with the tectonic charge. He gets taken down. A quick trade, 5 for 1, about 5 minutes of the game, but final slash. Sato forces flicker out, too close for comfort. Man, these teams, they do not let each other relax. Like, so much aggression already.
I mean, I understand the fact that they are not giving each other a rest. They are fighting each other for the LAN slot here. But for us, give us the time to break down those small objectives that you make, small details that you are providing. Isn't it? It is 5-1 GSC Esport, literally acing this game for now particularly. But when it comes to the object secure, it is again a rider that shines tall in the end with those perfect retribution skill. And right now at the bot lane here, giving a hard time for the Yi Sunshine, particularly Vival, but Rider again secures a free let's say inhibitor for first tier turret for now. But look at the backup coming from the side of GSC. But let's just say like they're just doing those things they have to do, like haunting each other, guiding each other around, doing the play-by-play, like you take your turn, we take our turn, but in the end we make a big boom, and then, you know, an amazing team fight. That's how the fight is going to break off. And from match number 1 startup, we have seen a non-stop brawl moment, and maybe this is what the actual meta is favoring, isn't it?
But there's a knock-up on towards Sato. He gets locked in with the Earthen Rampart, of course. There's the damage coming in from Amius. He takes down Sato. Does find Honey, but that's still going on. There's a pick-up, and Kale will be really low. Davey finds a kill, and there goes another double kill for Amius. And Ryder is all by himself. Tries to go out with the help of the dashes that he has, but he's locked in too. But he wants to go back in. It seems like he wants to make a play happen here, but there's a Phantom Execution. He's really low. He's out of skills. Viva will be finding that shutdown, and with that, that's almost a wipeout for only Familia and GSC. They are dominating. Her turtle's up. Might just take it very easily.
Things doesn't look so good on the side of only Familia, and every time they try to make those plays, even if they land it so well, the final flash again always change things around.
Exactly, Rai wants to go in with the flicker, raging slash in. Can he find the land shaker? No, still maneuvers his way out. Amius survives, but Rai falls. Back to the backline we go. 2 members already down from the side of only Familia. They're on to the run, as they know they do not have the luxury of the goal lead here. The economy is really downtrodden. If you're only Familia and GSC, they're pushing their lead. Lancelot wants to go in once again. He's dashing in and out. Also uses the Phantom Execution, gets locked in, but still trying to go out. Gets the lock on. Burst back, does take him down. There's the Zaman Force, of course, but no damage at all. That's the gold lane Harith we are talking about. Only Familia, they're really trailing behind on this one.
Exactly, and the way he's just so tanky, even allowing him to send back the entire Zaman Force. Like the Chrono Dash was literally blasting him off, isn't it? That's just how impactful it is. But this Amaya's, how are you doing kill again and again? It's a godlike killing spree happening already. Here he's going again and again. The place well charged. Would this be a rampage? But no. Joker likes him to burst him out, and look at that primal red. Will he burst it off? And it's a kill happening again non-stop.
Oh no, here comes Ryder though. Amius is really low this time. He will find a shutdown. Ryder is locked in though with the Mountain Shocker. Mega kill for Jokwa, and he picks up the Kai Piercer too. And this is a Zushin we are talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever we talk about Zushin, we get reminded of Ray.
Oh no.
Okay, but again, we have Sato. Everybody gets taken down to only Familia. They're losing member left and right. Every time they're trying to make a play happen here, they're not really finding too much of a success. The damage is really low at this point. Again, Kale is locked in. He's trying to go in, but there is the Earthen Rampart locking him down. The wall is here, unstoppable for Jokwa. And Davey wants to go in. There's a Zaman Force alongside Rai with the bravest fighter. But Lancelot, he does not want to push anymore. You can see he just wants to play it safe. He knows he does not have enough damage to take them down. Second tier falls on the mid lane. Lord is up. Only Familia, they have to make a huge decision here, Malsum.
They are not going to participate this Lord, and even if they are going to participate this Lord, it is going to cost them their lives. Although Ryder is a master when securing those objectives, especially the Turtle and the Lord, it is already level 2 difference, and it is just going to be so hard for him. And Amaya's tonight, he is overperforming. He's just so underrated tonight here, and we are not talking about the Mizoram locally. He might be one of the best that we have in Mizoram particularly, but when it comes to the entire entire India. They qualify for the top 6, and against only Familia, he's performing so well. They might like to clash it more for now, but just look at how sustained, I mean, just how much he's sandbagging this that way. Like, I think he's getting the free gold anyway, isn't it? Maybe he likes to play it around in that way.
Yeah, the Lord is here, but again, Amayas finds Sato this time, and they take him down to Amayas. He's unstoppable tonight, and that one on our Lord. He's like, if you can dash Lancelot Rider, I am here to dash as well. You can see again another fight breaking out. There is the knockup onto his 2 members, and there's goes the kill monster from Joker. They want to go in already under the turret of Team Only Familia, and they do not really care the damage here, and they want to just take the kill. 3 members down, 2 are standing. Ryder and Drive versus entire GAC. They are trying to hold on to their hopes for this lance, and they are, like you can see, they're still trying to clear it out. The slot of the land is looking really far away from Only Familia, and GAC are really pushing it in. Double kill for Viva La Revolucion, and Vigo's taken down by Sato, but Sato is also taken down. 2 members are again here. The waves are still incoming. All the inhibited turrets will be getting taken down here, but again, Ryder wants to go in, but he's taking in a lot of damage. Phantom execution in and out. He finds Jokwa, gets out with a sliver of HP. The wall, though, just helps Ryder to survive. And GSC, they have to force back their lead, and they have to go for a defensive play here.
And they are just so close to end the game here. GSC, although they were the one leading and who always make those perfect plays, they were overextending a lot, and they were misjudging Ryder a lot. They are just judging him like, you can just secure the objective, not the kill, but Ryder just proved himself that he can literally glide around, dash around in the entire member of GSC Sport, and that is going to be one good opener for the side of Only Familia, knowing that they could eventually take us to like the deciding match, like the deciding match is now, but for more like another alternative deciding match to qualify for the LAN again, isn't it? But for now, it's 24-4. Fight might extend or break out, but both teams might like to play it a little bit safe. Only Familia, they need to find ways to farm, not share gold too much, but at the same time, look at Lancelot. What he's doing, he's going to split a little bit, try to farm a little bit more. And for the side of JC Sport, freezing the lane is going to be mandatory. And at the same time, the Lord is coming up with a one good push, committing their entire front laner, that is going to be Amayas and Dewey, and even Deuce with this Esmeralda. If they are sandbagging it properly with the help of this Lord, they are going to do it. But I can't say what they are going to do yet, but this is going to be really interesting here. We get the Rider, but no entrance for him.
Exactly, Ryder gets locked in, actually still holds on to the final slash. What an amazing set from Davey with the Grok on to go west back. But again, there's forces a lot of skill. Davies really taking a lot of damage with the Primal Wrath, of course. Salmon Force dropped down. Joker really out there. But again, Myers, he's there, but he's not really doing too much. He's just holding on to the final slash. He's not really want to commit it yet. You can see, right, the Lord is yet to be marched in. And their Roamer is down. GS still is not backing off. They want to look for an end here. 5-member against Team GS Esports. They're 4 strong standing. However, Only Familia, they're not here to lose. Okay, and oh my god, damage from Tars on towards the Harris is so much, but again, Ryder gets brought back. But final slash from Amayas gets 2-member locked in. Ryder falls in from Jokwa, and they're going all in. Salmon Force already dropped. They're trying to clear out the wave. The base is really close here. And GSC, they get a clear victory here. 2-0 clean sweep. Only Familia, they're officially out from the qualifiers of this LAN. GSC locking in their slot.
Wow, Shinryu, match number 1 and match number 2, we just witnessed the new team that is going to qualify for the LAN, isn't it? It is Team IGN and Team Government Aizawl College Esport. Congratulations to both the teams, but however, the match has to go as it is. In match number 3, we are going to have the LAN qualifier team going to have, we can even say, an exhibition match, isn't it, for them particularly. Although they qualify for the LAN already, this might be the moment we are waiting for, like to see their face off each other. And for the side of Only Familia, congratulations on reaching the top 6 spot in this entire tournament itself, and congratulations, you did it so much. Although when we say the top 6, it might be more like a top 16 in particularly if we are going to talk about the entire scenario perfectly. So you have reached the top 16 spot out of 256 team. That is such a big thing. You guys are making a big names for yourself in this LAN tournament. Yes, this is not just a mobile game. This is a grand fest where multiple gaming tournaments are being played and many teams are fighting for this spot. And you guys have reached so far. You guys deserve your spot here. But however, for the LAN particularly, maybe working out the draft might help them a lot. That's all I could say to their side. Like, they are just so good, but the draft isn't favoring them for tonight. But however, hoping them to see the original only Familia in the more upcoming tournament. And with that being said, congratulations to GSC and Team IGN. They are the team that qualifies for the LAN, and now we get 6 teams. But however, the show must go on. In this match number 3, we're going to have IGN versus Government Aizawl College. Before we start that one, we're going to have a small break where the players are going to fill in the slots, and then we'll be right back. Hello everyone and welcome back to the MEX FEI Grand Best Season 1, and this match is going to be just so exclusive. We are going to see the match between the two teams that qualify for the LAN. Team IGN going up against Team Government Isol College Esport, and this is going to be another best of two series, and this is going to be another back-to-back match again. And I know that many of us are going to be really interested for this match again, and for the side of GSC Esport particularly, they got tons of fans around there in the chat box, literally spamming non-stop, and they just prove themselves how lit they are, and maybe due to all those support that they get, giving them more confidence in that scenario and allowing them to win the 2-0. And for the side of IGN, they even get a really good supporter in match number 1 that allows them to grab the 2-0 again. So it's both team getting the 2-0 win, and in this match number 3, although they already qualify for the LAN, it is still like a test for those LAN event, isn't it, Mr. Shinryu? So I'm really looking forward to this match that is going to come up. And for me, at some point, I think IGN, when it comes to the drafting skills, the only thing that I am afraid when it comes to the drafting skills for the side of IGN is LCF only when it comes to drafting, I'm saying. But on the other hand, for the side of GSC, they might be a little bit weak for that one. But when it comes to the team fight, they are up to the challenge. So this draft is going to be interesting right away. Which team are you going to bet for this game number 1 particularly? But not now. Let's see the first 3 pick and let's bet on it, okay? It would be interesting.
I had an answer actually. I was going to be on Team Malsum, so I will be safe. But okay. Anyway, you want me to see the 3 picks, of course. But again, talking about the last game, right? You saw how well Amayas was playing. Like, I don't want to overshadow other players, but he stood out, right? You mentioned that as well. Like, I feel if he can keep up that performance even in this game, I hope IGN were watching, because if they were not, then they're in for a surprise. But if Amayas can play the same game against Miru, I feel, this might be a draw, or even it could be a 2-0 for GSC, because yes, it is Team IGN, but GSC, they are playing like a champion tonight. Like, they're here to win. Like, they're hungry. And I would love to see that, this matchup, Amayas versus Mirio and Duz versus Aaron, the creator, of course, like, really, it's going to be
everyone.
Like, the matchup is so interesting. Like, I never thought I would be this much surprised. Like, I'm mind blown by Amay's performance in the last game, like, particularly. I mean, I'm fangirling him at this point. Sorry, guys. I found a new favorite EXP laner, cannot be helped. But again, like, he's really underrated. If you can, like, not only in the second game, in the first game too, with the CC, he was against an Esmeralda, he was winning his lane. Like, that's more important. If you can hold on your lane by yourself, that really puts the other team in a way that they need to just put more support, of course. But again, talking about the bans, nothing too crazy coming in. The Lapu Lapu, the Farsa, really, normal bans coming in from GSE. Yes, the double S tier junglers, so-called, the Lancelot as well as the YSS are not banned. The Lancelot is banned here. The YSS is still open, but I feel right now the threat is of Angela here. They should ban out the Angela, because game number 1, match number 2, game number 1, we saw why the Angela is so, annoying to go against, right? So short cooldown onto the ultimate. That is a hard cut here, Malsum.
And this time GSC, they are allowing it to open the Angela, but IGN, no, we have studied your game. We know your mechanics. We know how you guys are doing things around. We don't want to play it even if we are going to get the Esmeralda. So IGN decided to do it, and it's a respect ban, I should say, particularly. And for the side of IGN, of course, Lapu Lapu, I would still put it at the top chart for the EXP lane, particularly. But after seeing all this kind of good team, it is a little bit hard to put Lapu at the top tier, particularly, like, as a really good EXP laner. But as long as it is in the right hand, it is still something that they have to watch out. And in the previous game, we have seen how powerful Joka with her Jujin is. Even a Lancelot can get literal knock-up again and again. So I'm expecting to see that kind of plays again here. And Zozen and Mirio, oh no, not a chance here. Even if you're GSE Esport, even if this already proves that we are qualified for the LAN, not even a single chance. We are going to show our pure domination. A 2-0 is coming up again, and Zozen with a quick Kalia and Mirio with a CC. this match is going to be so interesting. You know what, Shin Ryu? This time
Yes,
I am
sir.
going to say again and again here. I think I am. By the way, let's just talk back to the round of 64. Do you like my streaming skills? Like the way I stream?
Of course. Like,
Okay.
it was so smooth. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I can stream. And you want to be beside me and watching like you are in Team Malsom. So why not give Mr. Issei the casting spot and we just stream? It would be nice.
Oh my god. It'd be fun to cast with Issei, of course, but I choose you. It's like you know how in Pokemon they say, I choose you. Sorry. I'm like,
Dude,
what making you
wait, this is so
Pokemon?
fun. Just
I'm not-
give me the
Your
fight.
team is there.
but I have other
Look at the rest.
He's going for the fanning. I have another proposition though. How about I go for the analysis and you go for the hype this time?
Oh my
How about that?
gosh.
How would we
Maybe
do
that is
that?
something that I would like to try it out, but I'm not that comfortable with the hype casting with the English. Maybe if you are giving me the spot and if you are throwing away, maybe a Mizao language might come up, but I'll still try English. But don't blame me if I start
Let's
saying
go,
that
let's
Penny
go.
is flying, she's hitting, the minion is being devoured. If I said something like that, you can't blame me. But of
No.
course, I am not going to play that role under any circumstances. And your approval, I mean your king is rejected, but yeah, you can still give it to me 1, 2, 3 times, but don't give it too much, or else I don't want to embrace myself in the online phase. I think IG and GSC, like, they're just shining so much. They need Shin Ryu hype moment to make their epic moment wider.
Already got him lined up.
Oh my
in
god, I'm a bit
sights.
heartbroken, but okay, I understand your circumstances again. But again, once more, if we talk about the draft, you told me to judge the draft after the first 3 picks. It's really siding with Team Asian. Like,
Oh my
3
gosh,
power
no,
picks,
no.
right?
I was the one who's eyeing on respect Fanny.
Okay,
And like,
you want me to go?
Yeah, I mean, it would be biased for me to support my fellow Mizao, so I will stick with
Okay.
IGN, you will stick with
Okay.
GSC.
Okay,
Like, we
okay,
freely
okay,
choose
bet.
it, we freely choose it.
Okay, the draft from IGN is Chak Lutuk, but I tell you, GSC, they're here to dominate. They're here to answer back. So I feel they
Yeah.
are in for a surprise, you know, because you see the 3 picks, right? Yes, there's a Fanny, but I feel they did not read onto they could have gone for the Moscow. They banned it themselves, but they need some kind of lock on. Yes, they have the Zushin, of course. He can pick up. She can, give the crowd control, the utility to the team fight. And the problem is they do not have a real lock on. Like, yes, they can go for the Kai, but it's again like the matchup remains the same. It's like a Lancelot versus an Akai. If you get the better times, heavy spinning, you get the advantage. If you don't, the fan is going to cause havoc in your backlines. But talking about the backline, I think their backline is really standalone. The Harith can really dash in and out, go to a safe place, of course. And the Zushin too, she has a Crimson Beacon. But the thing is, why did they pick up the Hilda? I do know that it is a very good lane matchup against the CC, but can he bully the Fanny with the Hilda? Like, a question?
See, just check once the lineup carefully here. Yes, I have seen the Bane here. Let's just keep him aside for now. He's the MSC player, like the top tier. Even if he plays a Franco mid, we'll still call it meta. Like, it's a witch for a reason. He just proved himself. He just gave himself the name. Like, it would work if it is witch. But keeping that aside for now, see, they are having an Akai for the jungler particularly. And if there's an Akai following up with a Hilda, you know what is coming? It is going to be a massive invasion. Even if a CC tries to burst them down, it is still level 1 or level 2. She won't deal that much anyway. And Hilda, she'll just recover again in the bush. I'm expecting to see a really aggressive plays coming from the side of Team GSC. But at the same time, for the side of IGN, this might be something that they would really like to consider. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, don't worry about the overall board and all this thing. It will be fixed by our professional streamer that is none other than Issei. But for now, he's just playing around, trying to test us around because we were roasting him, isn't it? Recently, and he's trying to pull out. But no, it doesn't work like that every time. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn as you are watching MEA's FEAI Grand Fest Season 1, a gaming festival where not just a single game is being played, a multiple gaming tournament is being made alive. And for now, we have Team IGN and Government Isol College Esport who qualifies for this LAN event. Let's see how they are going to perform on the LAN, and let's see the difference between the online and the LAN phase. Good luck to both the team. Here in the caster desk, it's me, myself, and I. Nobody likes that person, that small son, but everyone loves him. The qualify, the defy, the conquer. It's none other than Mr. Shin Ryu.
I don't buy that. That's a blatant lie, Mr. Malsam just said, ladies and gentlemen, because he is well known. But okay, Southern finds one. Maybe wanted to go in for the vision, but look at the damage already. That's a witch. But first blood already being picked up onto the top lane by Respect. But okay, Aaron, the creator, falls too. It's again a 1v1. And seems like Jokwa might be end of line. But okay, heavy spin. Oh no, he actually turns it around. He gets locked on. Witch. Not a witch, that's a Respect. Get falls. Oh my goodness, what a game. But again, Zauzen gets a knock up on towards Devi, but he's able to walk out, get out of the harm's way. But Mario, he's going in with the yo-yo, but not really finding the shutdown. But again, man, that heavy spin though, really good coming in from GSC.
No, yes. I mean, Vival with a heavy spin, it is correct, and that is how things are working. But you have to know that Joko was making the plays in it. Like, he literally looked up at Fanny. How did you do it? It's Joko, no Strong. We used to call him particularly, but right now, for now particularly, the turtle is up. We know how clutchy this Respect is going to be, but it is in a full control of GSC for now.
Yeah, but no heavy spin is available. It comes back. Kariva finds the turtle. And GSC, they get a good trade though, but there's no shutdown. However, the teams are running for the hills. Which wants to get out again. But really good read coming in, because you can see, right, with the lead they're able to maintain. GSC are doing really good. But again, Miru is actually not really winning the lane. You can see, right, in the second match, first game, the CC was dominating. This time, I think the Hilda is really giving him a hard time. However, the Fanny needs that early game snowball here, Malsam. So, if he does not get that, what is going to happen? Will he go for the split push here?
It's Respect. He always find ways, and like, it just sticks with their lineup, isn't it? Even if Respect isn't going for the split push, Mirio can even literally split push. Just check out the lineup of GSC, particularly if they are trying to go like full bulldozer, like a 2v3 or even a 2v1, 3v1 or more. The curtain call is going to turn things like loop-sided again here, allowing them to get a chance to counter engage. Like Fanny would be there flying around. But for now, what I think is going to happen in this match particularly is IGN Mirio would be playing more like the slight flanking hitting, and Respect, he would try to go in and out with those 3 cable style, not the Spider-Man plays and all. He would just go in with those 2 cable and go out with a single cable, but that would be enough to force out GSC some of their resources. Even a skill 1, skill 2 is going to make a big impact, isn't it? But let's not forget that Zauhan is there. Fight going to break off.
Which is really low. He's trying to run, but Mirio gets brought back with the Zushin Slanton Flare, of course. The turtle is not even up. The heavy spin expended by GSC. Okay, Respect wants to go in for the top lane. Does really takes a lot of damage and gets slain by Fanny. The assassination happening. 2-1-0. The Fanny Respect finally picking up some kills here. The turtle will be up. He does have the retribution. It's a 50-50. Both jungler level 7. You can see the zoning out coming in. Witch is really low, still surviving. There is the knockup, but okay, Witch will be falling in the hands of Davey. But a call out brawl coming in. Viva will find 1,000. But again, GSC, they're not taking any casualty whatsoever. They're 5-man strong and in control of the objective take here.
And as always, GSC, just like how they did in the previous game, if we are going to lose on those inhibitor plays, or shall we even say like the objective plays, we have to literally win the fight, or at least zone it out so well that we are going to secure the objective freely. And that's how they are doing it again, and they are master at this one. And right now, even the blue buff is ready to be invaded by the side of GSC, but it's more like a disengagement coming from their side. Both teams doing a really good discipline games. The itemization would be really nice to, like go through it a little bit. And yeah, here we are. And yes, guys, that is the benefits of having the streamer. Every time we called it, it can just literally pop up. Like, for example, let's say close, it is going to close automatically by itself. Like close. Okay, just joking just for now. And we even see how far this looks interesting. Do you think we are going to see some more skirmish here?
Yeah, the skirmish happening already. Davies trying to lock him down, but Fanny comes in with a flankable position. There is the knock-up from Zozen, but it's really low. Goes for the Tsunami Slams. Zaman Force already out, but Davy will finding the shutdown onto a Zozen. They're trying to clear the wave, but Respect was going with the fan. He finds the door of damage and gets taken down for the second time. 0-3 and 2. This is a Harriet onto the goal lane, not really having the best time, of course, but mid lane is open, and you can see they're trying to push their lead here, but they're not really finding too much success. They're trying to go in for the purple buff, but it's only Viva all by himself. Myers is back here, but there is the taunt from Davy onto Vesperio, and they're all in the mid lane. They're trying to do something, or maybe just prepare for another gank. You can see Mario gets a lot of damage with the Wilderness Blessing, of course, and I feel they need some turrets here, of course, right? Top lane is getting pushed, and IGN, they're finally taking some structures down, but again, it seems like it could lead to a full-fledged fight. They're trying to put a knock-up onto the Mario, but okay, here comes Southend. Will he go in? I don't think so, but again, Lantern Flare stacks are getting popped up, but okay, wait, here's the Southends engage onto was a mass, and the Curtain Caller was 2 members. There's a Turtle, no Jungler available, both at bot lane, and it's all 4 members being available. The Ramas really being careful with this positioning, trying to go lock on towards Witch, but they needs to be careful. Which is really low here, is still holding on to the deadly catch, not really actually using it up, but again, it's not really having, it does not have it up, but again, you can see Fanny and Kai really having a 1v1 around the other side of the map. But again, mid lane, Meteor gets brought back, pops of the Vengeance here, and they're still going in. The waves are getting shoved in onto the mid lane. Fanny might get in. Zausen does not have the Tsunami Slam, but Fanny wants to go in. Respect, trying to get the direction, the cables done properly, but no casualty despite that long skirmish that we just saw.
But for now, let's just start it up with a but. Isn't it? The GSC secures the turtle, and there is no going to be Early Lord is going to be forced out from neither of the side. But for the side of GSC, slightly, I think it would be nice to see from their side, like delaying that turtle and going straight with the Lord. The advantage that they could have with the Lord is that each and every one of them are having their skills ready, their ultimate skills particularly. And for the side of Team IGN, even if they want to clutch in, make those plays, it won't be success. No, it won't be success. It is a Nakai. He even got the heavy spin. It is not possible. It is not valid. And the heavy spin is literally going to be there around to turn things into the favor of GSC Esports again here. That is what I'm expecting. And for Respect though, yeah, he's going to fly around like a Spider-Man. But for now, the fight is favoring GSC. AOG pops.
AOG pops in, down goes Aaron, and they're trying to find a shutdown onto 1002, but no, it's A-OK. But again, what a turn around, IGN went into the concealed play, but GSC, they took the team fight there.
Team fight being secure, 6-3, and are you believing what we are seeing here? GSC Government Isol College Esports, they are the future of Mizoram themselves, and even maybe with a great lead and the great performance that they are having right now, every day, every time, they might be the one who are going to do it nationally. I do not know, but so far, GSC Esports are acing their game against IGN. I think this is a milestone that they are reaching it right now, but they can't celebrate yet. The fight is going to break off real soon. Tsunami Slam literally into their side, but Amayas is just so tanky. You can literally grab all those skirmish, and Mirio with the curtain calls.
Yeah, curtain call, but Fanny's low, heavy spin already being used. AOG comes in, locks on the 2 members of the side of Team IGN, but no follow-up, no real follow-up coming in, but the waves are being shoved in from the top side. They need to clear it. The slow push might not give the advantage to Team GSC, but again, mid lane, a bit of skirmish. Of course, Respect is finally back with the cables coming in. Wants to get a shutdown on towards Joshua. But Joku actually, but he's not getting the enough angle or the damage necessary. The Lord is up here, but okay, again a knock-up. Jokua is the prime target, gets knocked up, but the Purify at the right time with the Crimson Beacon saves him up, and there's a big resource down for IGN. They need to go a bit defensive, but again, the positioning from Respect up top, shoving the waves in.
Exactly, that is what I was talking about, Eugene, particularly the entire time. Like in match number 1, game number 3, if we just take a recall back to that one particularly, Joqua, not just Joqua, like the hero herself, if FEAI going straight with even a cutthroat there, her ultimate skills is going to give her enough shield to sustain out, and we just see, and even Purify just so helpful, even the Tsunami Slam is being deflected, Lord falls into the hand of which one, and it's none other than
Bewitch here, bewitching the match, and IGN turning it around, and the Lord fight. They take down the jungler, of course, and with that, afterwards that they take down the Lord as well. But again, the Zaman Force drop. The members are a bit low. IGN, they're trying to run, but Davey will be falling into the hands of Mirio. 3 members down from the side of Team GSC. They're losing the advantage they just had. But again, once the knockup goes in, the rest of the IGN, they are prepared. Respect goes in with the cables, but not really finding enough damage. The Tsunami Slam does connect. Out of his does, gets assassinated, and Respect finds a double onto his Myers. And with that, the members are finally getting back from the side of Team GSC to defend the Lord push. The minions are still marching down from each and every lane. The Lord is yet to make its way. The holy defense down, but okay, Joqua falls. Gun down, and Witch picks up the kill.
IGN, we are taking seriously on those days those moments that I was just shouting out for the GSC side, like playtime's over, kids. It's time for the OG teams to literally acing the game again. And right now, Wish going for the flank, and the Tsunami Slam with it lands, grab it straight into their domain.
AOG gets used defensively, but the Lord is still not cleared. Zaman Force dropped as well, but they have been forced back. You can see the Lord is still there at the top, and the mid lane inhibitors have already fallen. The bot one is still standing for a little bit longer, and Respect wants to go in, but he's being careful. The members are there. There's a knocker from Zausen. Does he want to lock in? Does not have the Tsunami Slam yet, but the heavy spin will lock now Zausen, and there's the clap back. The Zaman Force once again getting dropped. A lot of damage, but the members are really low from GAC, but FEAI not really finding the angle. Respect needs to go back and get some help from his teammate, because he might be out of energy, of course, at the side of Team IGN. They've cracked open the base of Team GSC here.
Now, IGN are going to get the full control when it comes to the macro as always. And Respect, as we already talked about it, rather than playing those side lane plays, he wants to be the action, he wanted to be the star, and he does it flawlessly. He's just waiting for the time now, but Wish got pick off.
Yeah, Which got pick off. The cable, but 4-man knock up from Southern brought back. But again, the AOG locks in, and they lock in Southern, but they don't have enough damage. No, but you can see Davy trying to go in for the flank at the back line, but that's the damage dealer you're looking at. Without the damage, you cannot take him down. And because of that, GSC getting punished. The waves are crushing in. Zaman Force drop down. They're trying their best to zone them out. Clear the waves. One cannon minion still alive, but the knock up again. Tsunami Slam locked in. Does goes down. Respect goes in. Double kill for Mirio. The only one standing was Myers. And GSC, they have to concede. They have to respect the side of Team IGN.
GG, well play coming from the side of Team GSC Sport. They were doing it so well for the mid stage of the game, or we can call it more like the early phase of the game. But when it comes to those single opening that they allowed for the side of Team IGN to dive in, to flank in, to do what they are best at it. And that's the point where GSC start losing it, and they even cause the game for this match number 3, game number 1 particularly. Although they are already qualified for the LAN event, from both the side we are not seeing any troll game, any negligence, giving full respect for this show. This match particularly truly shows how much this team are GSC and Team IGN. They are something that we have to watch out for, and at the same time such sportsmanship is coming to their side, and this gives me a new respect for both the teams. And yes, of course, respect particularly with the FEAI. We never seen him that anymore, but still respect will still shines as he always does. And right now, no more chilling time, no more rest time. GSC, they need to secure at least the equalizer of 1-all so that they could get at least, how to say, like a trailer for the LAN event. This one, isn't it? Like if they just end the match like 2-0, it would look so bad for them. But at the same time, I don't think IGN would like to give them the chance to secure that 1 point. So let's see, going with the Angela Respect band straight away.
Yeah, the Angela, seriously, again, a respect ban. But I feel putting a Myers on a sustain hero was not the best choice, right? If he had gone for something with a more set maker or a bit of damage, yes, the Hilda does damage, don't get me wrong. But I feel he's more into those zoning better with the damage where he can, go in and out, continuously poke. The Hilda is good, but only when his skills are active. But after that, like, he was just a sandbag in those team fight. So maybe put something on towards a Maist, maybe try something else. But at least from the first 3 pick that we saw from the side of IGN in the last game, the draft, the composition that I'm talking about, they got really 3 strong picks individually on their respective lane, right? The Fanny, the CC, as well as the Kalea, of course. They're really strong in the current meta. Like, the Fanny not be the best pick, but in the right hands, it can really perform well. Because if you don't have enough lockdown, it's a free time for Fanny to just go in and out. But again, the draft was really good from the side of Team GC, so I'm expecting something spectacular, this game too, because they have a really great chance. The early game was so thoroughly dominated. I think it's just around the Lord fight that they lost the momentum.
And talking about Hilda again here, that Hilda was somehow making lots of impact in the game as well, like giving them the chance to outshine them in the early phase of the game. But Hilda, it is just so limited. It just gets the sustain. Some Hilda might get the damage because they're dominating from the early phase of the game, but a Hilda that deals lots of damage, that's the kind of Hilda you do not want. It is going to easily get pick off or like get a shutdown kill. Let's just conclude it in that way. And under any circumstances, if we're picking the Hilda, we have to make sure that they pick something like an Uranus, like who is of the same thing, isn't it? Like Uranus, for Uranus particularly, what he does is he sustain. That's all what he does. At some point, he's also dealing some damage when he's going inside the team fight.
Is picking.
So if their enemy are picking the Uranus, we are going to pick the Hilda only. They are just doing the same thing. The advantage with Hilda is that she is running faster and she can clear the lane faster. That's the only reason why you should pick a Hilda in the XP lane. But JST, we're trying something new. That's a great thing. But for a Hilda particularly, I should stick with a ROM rather than an EXP lane. And maybe that calls them their game number 1. Keeping that aside for now, game number 2 is going to be a serious moment, as we have seen a Lancelot being banned out. I don't think if a Lancelot is even open, IGN would like to pick it. Rather than banning out the Kalia, might be something we might like to consider. But for the side of IGN, Kalia is wide open. They can pick it. Are they going for the same strategy, or are they going to give us some of the sneak peek hero that they are going to play the LAN? And talking about the sneak peek, it's with the Alice again. After how many seasons? I think it's been a years that we haven't seen his Alice. And thank you, Munton. Thank you, Vista, for revamping this Alice, and it is going to be falls on the hand of Mirio. And we know, Amayas, you are acing your EXP lane. How are you going to deal this Alice?
Yes, sir. How are you going to deal with this Alice? Because it's going to be really... Oh, no! He brings in of course, the R-Lord from the last game. Gun. Yes, sir. He's going all in. He bring anyone. I'm going to go for my ace. But again, I like this pick. Yes, it can displace, but the problem is you need an insane amount of burst damage to take down the Alice. That too from the early game, because the sustain is more stronger for this Alice. She can heal better. She can deal a lot of damage. So you need something like, the Lunox, or maybe something with an insane amount of burst, continuous burst and shred. Maybe the carrier sometimes. Depends from team to team. But again, the YSS comes in alongside the R-Lord. Yes, the R-Lord is an EXP laner, but it's more of a damage dealer. Yes, you can go the sustain build, but I feel the more you build him towards a semi-tank build, the better he can perform. It depends from people to people, of course. But oh my god, the Croc and the Alice, they cannot be taken down with the physical damage. They need something magic here, Malsam, because the Croc, especially, is too tanky against the physical damage.
IGN, I think this is what we are talking about, the quick sneak about the LAN event, isn't it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Respect. Maybe I would be really entertained to see Respect gaining the gold lane, which was also playing the gold lane, isn't it? Like in the recent matches, like even those big events. But let's keep it a little bit for that moment. Like, I want to see Respect in the gold again here, but rather than seeing which in the jungle, I do not know, like Aaron might be the jungler here, anything can be switched around. I want to
Could
see
be.
Is banished.
I want to see which roaming again. You should have seen which Fenty roam. It is just so good. It is just so next level. But Zauzen, they have it. And it's Jokwa here we are going to talk about here. It is going to be the Valentina again here. Oh my gosh, this is... See, we are seeing literally new thing. The kind of new thing that isn't a troll, that isn't just so risky, but the kind of meta, like the current meta that is going to work. We're going to see a sneak peek of the current meta, best meta form, and a sneak peek of the LAN event. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so lucky and we get this kind of opportunity to watch it only at the MEX FEAI Grand Fest Season 1.
Your
Payback.
team is
And talking about the LAN, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the qualifier, the online qualifiers. We're looking at the Swiss stage. This 6 teams, the 2 you're looking at, and there are 4 more teams. There's going to be the LCF, the Zohunt, Lafukabi, and Anarchy. They've already qualified, and joining them tonight would be IGN alongside GSC, of course. But the thing is, the LAN is going to be happening sooner than you think. It's going to be happening the next month on the 16th, 17th, and 18th. Like 1 month from today, at this time, you might be watching the LAN, isn't it, Malsam? So they need to be prepared, right? It's going to be happening at the R. Deng Thuama Hall at the heart of Mizoram. That I always like to say it's going to be Aizawl, of course, the capital city of Mizoram. But again, don't forget, it's going to be not only this one game that is the Mobile Legends, and it's going to be a bunch. This is the esports festival, like, you know, this is the grand fest that we are talking about. There's going to be, you know, BGMI. There's going to be FCPC as well as mobile. There's going to be Dota 2, the OG game, and alongside that, it's going to be the chess. That is the main game. Not only the board chess, but the online chess as well. So keep your eyes on all of that. If you want to stay updated, if you want to know about how to participate, how to register, or how to, you know, view this kind of tournaments or this things that are happening, do follow the Mizo Esports Association, of course, on Instagram, and take a good look at those things. But again, we need to take a good look at the draft here. While I was talking all about that, they have locked in so quickly here.
Wait, okay. Let me just give some sneak peek for those who are watching. We are only talking about the game each and every time, right? Like for the LAN event, like let's make it a secret. Like no one should know about it. Let's just say like we are lucky. We are lucky. Like we know this one. The thing that I'm going to share you is that in the LAN event, I heard Tencent are also coming, meaning that cosplay is going to be valid. And of course, if a cosplay is going to be there, like the cosplayer won't just simply come out of the stage, right? And artists from Mizoram, imagine all those things, all those moment is coming up there. And of course, my personal favorite, a food stall is going to be there if my information is correct. So that is the kind of thing that I'm looking forward the most. Oh, wait.
Don't let other people know. Don't let other people know. This is gonna be a secret, right? They shouldn't know. They shouldn't know. Like, we're gonna go in and enjoy. Why should we let other people know, right? It's gonna be happening on the 16th, 17th, and 18th. Don't forget that, okay? So yeah, man, I'm booking my tickets already, right? But again, the match here is gonna start. We'll talk about this later, okay? We'll wait for it.
Oh, you're giving me.
troops deployed.
No, I'm doing it. But again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last game of tonight, of course. This is the match number 3, game number 2 between IGN and GSC. This is going to be an amazing battle. You can see a very unique draft coming in, a bit of switch up between the roles for the side of team IGN, but it's the same lineup, of course. Both the sides are ready here to get this game going. Myself, Shinryu, I'm a very small caster here, and I'm joined in the greatness, in the almighty presence of Mr. Malsam, the one and only, the quoted Mizo caster. Not only Mizo, you can see he's spreading his wings across the English casters as well, the English casting, to take away my job. So yeah, I'm eternally grateful for this opportunity, of course. But hey, Malsam, back to you.
And yes, that is none other than Mr. Shinryu, who always talk about lying things around. But okay, we'll keep aside for now. We forgive you. The first blood falls in the hand of Government Aizawl College Esports. And yes, talking about the switch up overall, I am going to see, or we are witnessing Witch with Hellguard in the mid lane here. This is something new. But for respect here, he is just playing around with the Ruby there at the bot lane here. And imagine you're playing a Ruby and you are winning against it with a Moscow. This is something we do not see every day. And that is why we are just so lucky that Mizawi Sport Association and the FEAI are working on this project. But let's see here, we might see something interesting coming up as Mountain Shocker is already valid and Jeet Kune Do, oh, Natalia has been slain.
Yes, sir. And there is the wall too to just lock the members down. But a K Meteor gets taken down. Joku finds the shutdown, a kill actually. But again, you can